everybody. How you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to the PHLY Flyers Watch Along presented by Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/PHLY Hockey to get Coors Light delivered or find a store near you. I am still Bill Matz. I am still your director of fun and games. And I am still joined by Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle. Here we go.
Right, baby.
Here we go.
It is go time.
People watching us watch the game as
sickos.
I assume they two-screen experience for them.
Yes.
I guess I should probably. That's what I should do. Is bring up because normally we have a monitor in front of us that we can see ourselves.
It's horrifying.
Today, however, that monitor is the game.
It's the game.
So we cannot see ourselves. I forgot that it's an option to just bring up YouTube and I can just watch the show from here.
I pulled up the chat, but I shan't be watching our faces.
You shan't.
I shan't.
You shan't be watching it.
No.
Oh, good. A political ad. That's fun to start. This might be controversial. Anyone who tells me they would ban political TV ads, I'd vote for them.
Same.
I can't take it.
I'd give them all my money.
I don't watch anything but live sports on TV, so it's not like I'm privy to. It's not like these happen all the time. I'm sitting here trying to watch a Phillies playoff game.
They're everywhere.
These ads are getting out of freaking control.
It's horrible.
The content of the ads is disturbing. But we're not here to talk about that tonight. We are here to talk about the Flyers season opener, Hinkle, and it's been a long time coming.
It sure has.
It's finally you saw them take the lap. They took their rookie laps.
They took their rookie lap.
Helmet off.
Helmet off.
Oh, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Buckets off.
It's
Should've
horrible.
gone tarps off.
I always as soon as I graduated from high school and started playing men's league, first thing I did was take my cage off.
Oh boy.
I was like, I don't want anything, and I can't imagine ever going back. Not that I've played in a long time, but it just feels so good to have the wind. No helmet must feel awesome.
I bet it does, especially for that moment. You get to see everything, no obstruction, hair blowing in the wind, passing the puck to your buddy who you can't really talk to. It's wonderful. It was nice. It was a nice moment.
Do you think, because they start out on the road?
Yeah.
Do you think they give them both a rookie lap at home too?
I hope they do.
For the people in the building, it's cool that it's for them mostly. You go and have your moment.
Yeah.
But you would, that's a standing ovation
Hilf Daddy,
for these guys.
I know you're listening.
That's a standing.
Give them the rookie lap.
That's a standing O for the guys when they come back to the Farg.
Yes.
Or I guess it's still going to be called that for now. It's still the Farg.
Yeah.
For the time being. But we get excited for the start of every Flyer season because it's what we do. But we love the Flyers, man. Of course we're excited, but this is a different thing altogether. See Coots out there. Good to see. I am really happy. I know it was just a morning skate thing, but would you put it past John Tortorella to sit Sean Couturier in the opener?
Oh, no. No, not at all.
I am really happy we are not dealing with that right now.
That would have been so funny.
Because that would just be a whole freaking thing.
The content would have been amazing.
Someone's kid's first game. It's nice. Their first Flyers game, and they're in Vancouver for it.
That's nice.
I've heard from some BC folks and whatnot who are like, of course I'm going.
I love far-flung Flyers fans. They're my favorite.
We have always had a great out-of-town audience.
We have. And
heard from some today, and they are some people up in the Pacific Northwest who are excited to be at this one. And it's cool for them to have this moment, but
there he is.
They got to do it for us at home too. It's okay. So Michkov gets the first shift. First line starts. Yeah, he's got a cut or something on his face. It's pimple.
I think it's just a teenager's face.
That's so great.
Which is wonderful.
It is about time.
Yeah, Coots winning the opening faceoff of the season.
1 for 1. Here we go. The season is underway. The Flyers win the opening faceoff, and we're in it now. Michkov is officially an NHL player. How much? Because I know we talked a lot about potentially Frost with Mish, and you see he's out there with Konecny. It's okay, so he's on the left wing, even though he's a right winger. Flyers with a chance early there. How much do you think Michkov being with Couturier is about he's the dude in the room who knows what this is like? He made the team in his draft year, played. I mean, that first game against Pittsburgh, he's out there in the final 2 minutes against Malkin, trying to shut it down for Bob's for all that whole thing. Erik Johnson, yeah, but Coots is really the only guy who did this. Lawton had the little look, but that was over quickly.
And he's a very steadying force. You know what you're going to get from Sean Couturier. Morgan Frost is a bit of a wild card.
That's true.
They'll play together, of course.
They'll get power play time together.
Let's let Meech ease in.
And it's not like they're jipping Frost here in terms of line mates. Like he has
a nice
Forster and Tippett, and they get a chance right away as well. It's a nice shift. So Erik Johnson carrying it in. Is that who that is?
Look at him.
I can't tell.
I can't tell.
No, it's Forster.
I gotta tell you,
having Tippett and Forster on the same line.
Too many similar numbers. A. B. I lean heavily on Jim Jackson to tell me who's doing what. Because it's just, listen, we've been watching hockey for a long time. Watching hockey on TV is still very fast and like there's a reason why it's a hard game for casuals to break into.
We did a couple. I've always said, like, if you didn't grow up playing and you don't have a good idea of like where the puck is supposed to go, it's real hard to catch up.
Real hard. That's why you got to take people to games.
I think the technology exists now where they could do the glow puck again and it would work.
I bet it would.
Like, yeah, back then, of course. But like, I saw a robot bartender today.
I might be in the minority, but I kind of like when they put the little name flags up over their heads.
I like that too.
I like it. Just like set it for just a second. Just let me see who's out there with the little name flag over their head, and then we're good.
If you
we can all move on.
Any other sports broadcast, like between the score bug and all the graphics, like the amount of information that they are able to relay to you compared to what hockey does, where it's like, oh, we have a shot counter now.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, cool. It might be permanent. Like it's.
Uh-oh. Tyler Myers is down.
He looks to be in
he doesn't
ton
appear
of
to
pain.
be faking.
No.
That's not great.
I would say not. Just a reminder tonight, brought to you, tonight's watch along and our pregame, presenting sponsor Coors Light. We love
Coors
our
Light.
Friends at Coors Light here. When those mountains turn blue, have yourself an ice cold Coors Light. Oh, they just kind of both.
Very freakish thing that happened there.
And that's like what we're saying in terms of the preseason being too long. Like, so many bad things can happen at any time. Why? Like, you have to practice. You have to play 82. You could play like close to 100 with the playoffs.
Yep.
It's just too many opportunities for something to go wrong. And this is the first game of the Vancouver's second game, but
there's our old buddy. Rick Tocchet.
You and I.
What could have been, William?
A couple of seasons ago when the Flyers were, I guess it was, 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
We both said it's either Torts or Tocchet.
Yep.
Like, without it. And now he needs a couple of guys helping him. This does not look good for Tyler. And that's a shame.
That sucks, yeah.
Now, they're already without Demko. A lot of expectations in Vancouver. I've always been a Tyler Myers fan. I think he gets a bad rap. Like he's one of these towering defensemen, doesn't do a ton with the puck, but seems to always be on a pretty good team.
Yeah.
That stinks. That does not look good for Myers.
Yeah, it's a bummer. You don't like to see a guy get hurt.
But
this early
for the Flyers, they have 58 minutes now of a team with only 6 defensemen or 5 defensemen.
Objectively good for the Flyers.
Of course, John Tortorella at one point leading up to the season said, if Sealer remains out, I might go 5 defensemen rather than bring Andre.
God, he's such a sick. He's such a sicko.
He is. Yeah, I'll just go 14 forwards, you know. But it can't be easy, especially like we were talking in the pregame. I think Sealer and Johnson probably at least comparable for the way Jamie Drysdale has to play. But like chemistry, such a big deal. And to right away be down a guy. Did that get through? I don't think it did.
Kind of did.
Oh, nice play by Drysdale to get that back.
Uh-oh.
All right. Paling took a good angle there.
Okay.
Great block. I think that was Drysdale with the block.
I believe it was.
That was
very nice.
All right, getting a little hectic in the zone here. Need a clear and a change, maybe. I'm tired of this. I want to see Michkov again. The fourth line's out there for the forwards with Drysdale and Johnson. Not exactly what you want to have happen. And now someone's going to the box.
So we will get a look at the penalty kill.
Trip on
Scott
Lawton.
All right.
All right, Lawtz. Well,
let's see what we can do. Was it you who brought up Tippett on the penalty kill to do a little Mike Richards action at the line?
It was. I
like it.
I don't know if he has like... They tried Forster a little on the PK in the preseason. Yeah, it was a great block by Drysdale. They tried Forster a little bit on the PK in the preseason. And even though he doesn't have the speed, it's like we know he's good defensively. Yeah. He has the IQ to make up for it. I just don't know how willing or good of a defender Tippett could ever be. But, like, if he gets his stick on a puck, he's gone.
That's the thing. Like, are we bringing back the power kill? Because I would like to.
I would assume it's still a major part. And, like, that's, I think, one of the reasons Luchanko was here is why not utilize some of that speed?
Died the last third, I would say, of last season. They really shut it down.
They just really ran out of steam there.
Yeah, it's fair
in the
enough.
late part of the season. But the aggressive penalty kill is really...
I mean, they are being aggressive here.
One of the major elements that got them in playoff position for most of the season last year. And it's not like they don't have the guys for it. It is fun to see a team. Uh-oh. All right. He got over, made that stop. And a clear. Way to go.
Yeah, I got to say, like, as nervous as I am about the goaltending overall, like, watching Sam Ersson and net, I have, like, no worry whatsoever.
Don't love that. Giving up. All right. Yeah, I have to believe. I don't know what Sam Ersson's ultimate ceiling is, whether it's an NHL #1 or a decent tandem guy. But given just normal rest, I think he'll be decent. Like, even if he starts the same number of games as last year.
No, he can't start the same.
But just with them spread out in a... TK on the backhand. Well, there you go. 2-on-1 to on the PK. We see a little power killing action here. Now does everyone get back? They do. Shot up into the... All right.
Like it.
You got to bury that, TK. Come on.
I know. That's what you get paid for, bud. This is the year. No more effing around.
He has... This is still the old contract, right? And it was an extension.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So I guess technically this year he doesn't have to be the guy.
I remember when Jake...
Next year's
I remember when Jake got called out on that on Twitter, and he was like, actually, I'm only making like 4.8 or whatever this year. And it was like the 8 starts... It was...
God.
The stuff that we took away from the previous era of Flyers hockey is... It wasn't the on-ice stuff, I'll tell you. Like, it was... Claude Giroux with a bunch of hilarious, dumb stuff. Another stop. All right. He's got that. All right. Covers it up. A little scrum. All right. I want to see this kill and see them get back on offense. Only 2 shots so far, about 5 minutes in. One of them, that TK... short-handed attempt. Get a few more pucks on net here.
Pucks on net.
It's the only thing that matters is pucks on net.
Pucks on net.
I want to see how long this delay is for us. Like, I just went like this, and now I want to see how long until I do it on the screen. Maybe it already happened. Maybe it's not that long. Oh, there it is. About 15 seconds probably.
All right.
All right, they get it killed. Now they're back on offense, TK.
I need the Canucks to do something sloppy. I'm ready to see this power play.
I could see a good turnover and another.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Hey,
he is on the stat sheet.
Buddy.
Michkov finds himself on the stat sheet. He's going to the box. A hook.
A hook.
All right, kid.
He's innocent.
I don't believe it.
Free him.
I'll believe
Let me
it
see
when
the
I say
replay.
it. Yeah. It's hilarious that they're playing the Canucks like 2 times in the first 5 games.
I mean, honestly. What are we, NHL schedulers are.
All right. His stick just got a little stuck up in there. Yeah. A little less sloppy.
Don't make it so obvious.
Gotta be in control of your stick at all times.
Watch some tape of your general manager and learn how to do it.
Yeah. And if you're gonna get him,
you gotta really get him.
You know? If you're gonna go to the box, don't go for that. Get it in on the wrists a little. All right, well, PK getting a lot of practice here early.
That's true.
Let's see if we can find some of that shorthanded magic from last season. Did not have Michkov's first statistic being penalty minutes.
Would not have guessed.
All
right, boys. Okay. Ersson looking good.
And the PK, very strong these first 6 or so minutes of the game here. Still scoreless in Vancouver.
Hat Trick Patrick in the chat says, all according to plan, breakaway out of the box. I like the way he's thinking.
I like that. I do. Always love when they can find someone straight out of the box. It's more fun, I think, when it's a defenseman, but yeah. I'll take a Michkov breakaway in about 45 seconds. Yeah, that's building up that Ersson save percentage here early. Already 7 saves.
Getting a lot of pressure here. Hello, Samuel.
Ersson says no.
Sammy Ersson.
That's classic JJ right there.
That's the best.
When JJ can break through when I'm talking and I'm like, oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, all right. Down low a little bit. That's good stuff.
I like when goalies have that little bit of swagger to them. You need that.
Pull it up like you robbed a home run. I dig that. That's good stuff. I'm rooting for Ersson. Like the position he got put in last year was
stunk.
Less than ideal, and he dealt with it. And the coach said, like, I knew what I was doing.
He doesn't have a choice.
And look, man, what else could I do?
Did they get called for something? Which happened? Or offside. Okay.
But we'll get an early look at Fedotov tomorrow, too, with the back-to-backs.
So, William, we're 7 minutes in. Neither one of us has said Jett Luchanko's name. Is he a bust? Over?
It's the only thing.
The end already?
It's the only thing that would really make a ton of sense here. I see we have a few super chats. We have one from Gary B.
Gary.
Flyers are back, baby. I've been beyond excited all day. I'm there with you, Gary. It's the Flyers get a clear to kill off the end of Michkov.
One. Yeah, 100% on the season.
Absolutely the most excited I've been for this team in a long time, but I would like to see them get some offense going now with Mish out of the box. Forster coming down the right side, rips one, big rebound, no one there to collect it. Flyers regrouping in the neutral zone.
Really hoping Forster has learned how
We have another super chat from our pal JH. It says Ersson for Vezina confirmed. I mean,
show me the
starting 9 for 9. He's 1,000%.
Yeah,
100%.
Can't be better.
It would be awesome if one of these goalies just was the man. Oof. There's Luchanko there. Down low in the D zone. On net. There we go. No ice. And so far, this is kind of the reason I told you I didn't bet on the Flyers.
Yeah.
Is
The Canucks do look a bit more settled in.
Yeah, Vancouver has played already. This is the Flyers' first game. Obviously, they had a ton of preseason action, but that was over a week ago at this point. I mean, nobody played in that. What was that, last Thursday?
Yeah.
So it was last Monday or Tuesday was the final preseason game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been a little bit since they've been on the ice in a competitive atmosphere. Looks like they're having a little trouble easing into this one. Vancouver's drawn 2 penalties. Vast majority of the shots and shot attempts so far, but it's the Flyers. It wouldn't be a Flyers season if they didn't start slow.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is how they do. They don't know how to start fast.
Can we blame it on Claude Giroux? Is it because he's the captain?
It's a great question. I believe we can. Someone will.
It's still sticking around, That kind of looks like... No, never mind. No one can see what I'm seeing. This other sportsbook commercial, the woman in it looks like somebody we know. Heather?
Oh, yeah,
kind
a
of.
little bit. Yeah.
I don't know if we use her new last name or if she kept her old. I don't know.
She's Katai.
She is a Katai. Okay.
God bless.
Congrats to our pals.
For those 2 kids.
Yeah. That was like weeks ago, wasn't it?
Months, I believe.
Months, probably. Yeah.
You love to see it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
The Goudreau says it's a helmet sticker that everyone's wearing.
God, the Fanatics logo. Ugh.
Yeah. That was, I went to the mall today because I love to go to the mall still.
So do I.
And picked up brand new Flyers hat for the season.
Look at that hat, folks.
And it really just came down to like, what doesn't have that F patch on it?
I respect it.
I was like, I can't do it for even if it's a hat I like. Like my brand is so anti them.
Did you go to Lids? Is that where you went?
I did, yes.
That rules. I love them all.
All right, putting a little pressure on offensively now. Good to see.
I would like, some extended pressure would be nice. They had a little bit there at the start of the period, but nothing much since.
Yeah, they started out with a little bit, and then Vancouver, the penalties obviously make it
doesn't help.
Lopsided. But I could really go for a 39 or 17 highlight any second now, honestly. 9 minutes in. 9-4 are the shots in favor of Vancouver. I hear Jim Jackson saying, so I think it's a good time to say it myself.
Listen, if he's saying it, it's the right time.
What is this? Michael Collins.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to say it out loud, but Michael Collins might need to get with
a super chat.
He might need to.
Did Lids have any from Gary B? Did Lids have any new era Flyers hats? I think Rally House did. I'm not sure. I went there like right next to each other in the Deptford Mall, and I went to one and then went to the other and decided where I wanted to get my hat.
Rally House has that diabolical jingle. It's stuck right in your head.
I was walking in there saying it, and Ave was just like, "What are you doing to me?" Another huge save for Ayerson. Oh, 1-0. Closes the door. Yeah, there are some new era fitteds, Gary, but I can't remember which store had the more of them.
All right, Sam.
All right. Nice.
Is Sam Ayerson the next Henrik Lundqvist, my column?
You just crossed out Felix Sandstrom and
yes, I'm just rewriting
rewrote his name.
I'm doing a Control F for Felix Sandstrom and replacing
Is that
him with
offside?
Sam
What
Ayerson.
happened there? Luchanko had a shot attempt, but
tell him, Farabee.
yeah. What?
was a nice shot.
I guess because
it didn't count, but it was a nice shot.
That was well, he had an attempt. It's not going to count, but we saw some Jett Luchanko there getting free in the offensive zone.
Oh.
Oh,
boy.
Who just got laid out there? That was tough.
Sam? Is that who that was?
It's doing this, even though we don't have to do like play-by-play, gives you a new respect for the announcer. Just player recognition alone.
I don't know how they do it.
It seems impossible.
My brain simply does not move that quickly.
Like, I remember the, 2.5 seasons, maybe I was in the press box pretty regularly.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been years, Kelly. You start to you have a great view. You're over the top, so you can see the numbers. But you start to be able to recognize just guys' posture and everything. And it's easier from up there. But I know most play-by-play guys.
Go.
Nice, another good shot there for TK. I know most play-by-play guys are calling it via a monitor.
Yes.
Because you need to say what the people are seeing. Like if you're talking about something that's 12 feet behind the play, no one knows.
JJ's watching what we're watching. Yeah. Probably standing up.
He's excellent at this.
He's incredible. Best in the business.
I don't think JJ, because we have amazing announcers throughout town.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think JJ gets... listen, Merrill Reese has been doing it 100 years. Our Phillies radio crew, fantastic. TV crew has grown on me over the years.
Yeah.
Sixers have always had some really good announcers. I feel like JJ doesn't quite get put into that category, and he absolutely should be.
Yeah, it's because it's the Flyers. It's hockey. If he
That's fair.
Right, if he more regularly called the Phillies, he would probably.
I do miss him on baseball.
Yeah. He's outstanding. He's 100% one of the best in the league.
Sign guy made the commercial.
Listen, people get upset that I don't like the sign guy. It's just enough already with the sign guy. Don't get me started on the face paint guy. I've had enough of the face paint guy.
Is it
seeing his dumb round head painted like a baseball with the ads on his jersey.
The jersey ads. Good for him.
The Phillies.
Good for him. Get the money.
Get away from me. I don't want to see you any longer, sir.
I guess I can't hate on someone doing jersey ads when I'm just going to be like, enjoy a nice cold Coors Light.
This is a job, William. You have tasks. He sits in a seat with paint on his face like David Putty, but not cool. I can't stand that guy.
I was watching
Flyers games. They're gonna put his dumb painted head on the jumbotron, and everyone's gonna cheer because he's got a mohawk, and that's impressive for some reason.
Michael Collins has another super chat, and it's like a
Michael Collins.
What is this thing? It's blowing kisses. I assume to Kelly. It's like
he's
teal pear.
He's being a little weird in the chat, is all I'm going to say.
Gary B. or JH asks, what did the Philly sports guy do to you, Kelly?
Is that what he's called?
I think he's called Philly sports guy.
TM, probably.
Probably. It would be smart. Yeah. Gary B. I used to hate Steve, the dance guy, back in the 2010s. I love Steve. Shawnee, yeah.
Shawnee Hill, yeah.
Yeah, Shawnee Hill's a good dude.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
He's always been super nice to me every time I've met him.
He's been very nice. Yeah.
Yes, Shawnee. Now I was Shawnee, like, Steve, the dance. I was like, the dance guy, yeah. That's the one year I had.
He started with the Phantoms. People forget that. He was just hanging out at Phantoms games, dancing in the stands. Made it all the way to being host guy.
I had like a 17 game pack, some sort of ticket package in 08-09 with my buddy Frankie, and was a big fan of Dance and Shawnee.
Dance and Shawnee lives in Canada now.
Does he really?
Married a Canadian lady, living the dream.
Interesting.
Good for him, eh?
All right, here we are. About 8 minutes left
Ed Wright. I miss Coates's Corner. I loved Coates's Corner so much.
Coates's Corner was great stuff. The funniest one I think maybe ever was the Christmas one with Sergei Bobrovsky.
Oh God, it was so good.
It was the same year Hartnell threw his glove at a dude on a breakaway. And he was like, it was like Santa Coatsy, and he was giving everyone like gag gifts. And he gave Hartnell like gloves that would tie to his jersey so that he couldn't throw them.
So funny.
And Steve Coach just isn't around enough anymore.
Nah. He's settling into that Bob Kelly role where he's just hanging out, having a good time with everybody.
That's really the dream.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to play for the Flyers, you can't speak like that anymore. You're a jackass, honestly. Like you get to have a job for life.
Yeah.
Like where part of it is like just go into the suites and have a couple beers with people. Woo. Okay. Little rebound there, but they clear it out.
Hanging out there like a big matzo ball.
That's kind of the one thing that Ersson, like as much as I like him, does leave a few rebounds out there.
I mean, it's going to happen. That's what defense got to clear the porch.
It is crazy to me that we have this many people just hanging out, watching us watch the game, like participating in the chat. I love it. It's so we're essentially doing a Manning cast, right? Is that what we're doing right now? Pretty much, yeah.
I've never seen one of those, but I understand the reference.
Yeah.
Do they talk the whole time?
Yeah, they do like interviews and stuff.
Okay. I'm not familiar with their game. Oh.
Well, it was bound to happen. Can't turn it over there.
You can't turn it over like that.
1-0 Canucks. I think it was Höglander there. Rips one. I think that's like the 11th or 12th shot for Vancouver. 7:05 left. Not the best start here for the Flyers in the first period. They've just been like a step behind so far to start, I would say.
Ooh.
And just misplay on the breakout pass, and Vancouver's there to clean it up.
They were giving them a lot of opportunity.
Who was that, Paling? Risto to Paling? I couldn't tell what happened.
Rasmus, we've been praising you. I
think you have to knock that down, though. Like, it did hit his stick. It was a little far out in front of him. It's not the longest pass in the world either.
No.
It probably should be tape to tape. But yeah, listen, I like that there's some competition on this roster, that you're going to be able to move some guys in and out of the lineup if they just make too many mistakes. It's hopefully not just selective.
Theoretically.
Hopefully it's not just selective. Like, Morgan Frost, well, you're out. That's what we've seen.
I mean, Torts doesn't seem to like Andre, right?
He liked him. He made the team out of camp last year.
Yeah.
I think the Andre situation is simply like there's not a mad rush on it like there was a year ago because we have Jamie Drysdale who theoretically does those things.
Theoretically.
And you have York already on the left side. You have, I guess you could still make some room, but even like you have Sanheim already a lefty on the right side. It's not as if they're short and he has to play. If he's not going to be an every night player, he's still a prospect.
I just need Risto to keep that trade value up. No big glaring errors.
There's none of those highlightable plays.
Yeah. I don't want to see...
Keep that plus minus up. The GMs still love that plus minus.
You can't do stuff like he just did. Like it was on Paling as well, but you can't do something that leads to the camera guy zeroing in on you on the bench post-goal. That was another terrifying close one.
Spending some more time in the defensive zone. They got lucky there with a misplay.
They got to get it together here.
I'd like to see them push a bit here.
They're looking real early season Flyers.
Yeah.
Some things never change.
Just feels like they need something to gain a little momentum, a big hit, something. Power play.
See, this is where you need Nick Delorier. Turn things around.
Yeah, get the boys going a little bit. I think, like, back to Tortorella. We've seen the lineup decisions be a little selective in the past. But Kate's sitting already. And I get, like, listen, look, like we said, someone has to sit. They have 14 forwards. Someone's going to have to sit. But I don't hate that it's a guy that we kind of think of as a Tortorella guy already.
That's a good point.
I know he was mostly a fourth liner last year, but he was damn good in that role. And he loved that fourth line.
It was a good fourth line.
Yeah, it sounds like, over 10 days ago, the last time they played like a competitive game, really.
Yeah.
There are a few NHLers in the lineup last week.
Easing in.
Gary B asks, think Torts chose to chill in honor of your sponsor? I really doubt it.
No.
And we got another one from Hat Trick Patrick as well. We've already seen the Couve. Okay, I see. We've already seen the Couve get off to a fast start, go up big, then blow it huge once this season.
Exactly.
Let's go Flyers. I like the optimism.
They can do it again.
They're
only down one goal, for Christ's sake. Like, we're fine. It's cool.
Vancouver was leading 3-0 and 4-1 in their first game at home against Calgary, and they lost 6-5 in overtime. So,
ooh.
We got another one from your guy Michael Collins as well. It's this teal peach again, and it's saying, "Hey you." I think it's a teal peach. That's what I'm thinking. Or a pear, teal pear.
Saying that we need to ban people from the chat.
I think there might be something there.
Don't be weird in the chat.
Well, this is Flyers After Dark.
Can we be normal in the chat?
Well, keep sending those. Keep paying for your comments, and I'm all for it.
Well, that's fair. You can send whatever you want.
Flyers going on a power play.
Oh,
all right.
Baby, let's
4.5 left in the first. We're going to get our first look at the Michkov and Jamie Drysdale-led power play.
To see it. If it looks bad, you fire Rocky Thompson in between periods.
Why even wait this, 4.5 minutes?
We're just asking to
do
leave.
it right now. Yeah.
Because as we've said a million times, it cannot be worse. And also, if it's not better with that kid, I don't know what you're doing. Because you would have to actively hamper him in order for it not to be better.
I was listening to Flyers Daily earlier, and Martinez was talking. He had a bunch of numbers that he wanted the team to hit this year, numbers that he thought were important, like goal differential, number of regulation overtime wins. And he said for the Flyers to at least have a chance at the playoffs. And I think nobody under 22% last year made it.
Is that asking a lot?
18.5 was his, that's what he's setting it at for this. 12.2 to 18. That's a big jump.
Big jump.
And it's still
50% better.
I think they showed Vancouver's numbers from last year. They were 22.5 and they were 12th. Power plays are awesome now.
You know why? Because you have one more guy.
Yeah.
So it's easier to score a goal.
Patrick says it can't get worse. Careful, Kelly. 12.2. I don't know these numbers offhand, but I have to believe that they score at a higher rate, goals per 60, at a higher rate on 5-on-5 than they did on 5-on-4 last year. And that's insane.
100%.
You have more guys.
Yeah.
They put you on offense right away.
Yes.
And they didn't win this draw, which is disappointing, but you get the offensive zone draw. How do you not score more than 12% of the time? All right, they get the entry. Michkov looks a little helter-skelter there, and they get a clear. Minute 30 already Or 30 seconds down, minute 30 left already. That was a quick 30 seconds. All right.
Oh.
That didn't go in?
How did that not go? Oh, my God.
How? How did that? That would have been a very, very pretty way to start the power play this year. Mish. I mean, hell of a play. Yeah, he just fumbled a little there.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't the replay we want, though.
This is the one.
Oh, it was Mish to Frost. Frosty.
Take him out. Get him out. Bench him.
I thought that, okay, that makes sense. I'm not nearly as disappointed now. Good, he did. I do have over half a point for Michkov, though. That would have been it. Would have been a very, very nice start to the Calder campaign here. Now we get a look at the second unit. Brink out there, Zamula. See, Brink turns it over at the line, trying to get it to Luchanko, who's...
Are they not meant to set up? Because they never seem to set up.
They're better off just.
Are they just meant to be?
Brink just keeps kind of missing.
Swirling because they never.
Why not just shoot there? You're in front of the net, and they get a clear. Some opportunities here. About 10, 12 seconds left on the power play. Late opportunity. Get it down low.
Yes!
Oh, they get one. All right.
Woo!
First goal of the season. Flyers score with a few seconds left on the power play. They are 1 for 1. 100%.
100%.
Tyson Forster gets his first. Took him, 7? I think he scored his first in the 16th game last year. So hell of a start for a guy I'm really hoping to see score 30 this year.
Fever.
Gets it across.
Oh, that
Bang,
was nice.
Right there.
Tic-tac.
Get to the net.
Toe, as they say.
It was Brink to Farabee to Forster.
Bumper Beezer.
I like it.
Kind of in the bumper there.
It's high slot right there. That's what you got to do. So Tyson Forster opens the scoring for the Philadelphia Flyers for the season.
Check out a point, I think.
23rd overall pick in 2020.
Did Jay get a point on that?
I think it was Brink to Farabee to Forster.
Oh, okay.
Forster, it was game 16 for Typho last year. He scored his first goal and ended with 20. He has 1 in the first period of action.
On pace for 82 goals.
And many are saying Tyson Forster could score the most goals since, I don't know, what Gretzky probably, I would guess. What Austin Matthews?
Listen, I don't make the math. Do the math.
None
He's
of us
on
do the
pace
math.
for 82.
Charlie's not going to be with us for another 2 hours or whatever it's going to be. That's going to be my first question to Charlie. Add that to the post game.
Charlie, will Tyson Forster score 82 goals? Yes or no?
And I mean, technically, he has 1 in the first period, so it's really 82 times 3 he's on pace for.
Huh?
I don't know what that is offhand. Sounds like a lot. 240 something. Yeah.
Did I do it? Who could say?
We both did that backwards.
Yeah.
We started with the 8. Yeah. That's new math, I think.
Probably.
I think that's what they're talking about.
It's math for dumb people.
Forster on. Hit the volume button. 82 goals. You think he gets there? People can see that I can't type. Hunting and pecking. I was always all right. 40 seconds left here. I was always a handwriting person, but now like that's silly. And now when I try to, my hand gets so tired so fast.
It does. I know what you mean.
Once again, Blue Chew, baby.
I don't need an ad read. to promote Blue Shoe.
All right, with about 15 seconds left here, I want to tell you we are sponsored tonight, this watch along, by our friends at Coors Light.
Hey-o.
Make sure you grab an ice cold Coors Light. Go. Or is this Bet 360? Do I have this wrong? Oh, no, I'm on the post game now. Yeah, sorry, everybody. PHLY Flyers Watch Along presented by Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/PHLY Hockey to get Coors Light delivered or find a store near you. We're going to have some intermission entertainment for you. Some of our highlights from the preseason, our predictions, all that sort of stuff coming up for you as this period ends. 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's it. Flyers
1-1.
tied with the Canucks 1-1. Shots are 12-10. So the Flyers did have a nice little pushback there. Had some opportunities on the power play. Ended up scoring a power play goal. 1 for 1 on the season, Hinkle. That's promising. And it was the second unit.
Everything was bad for about 15 minutes, and now everything's good again.
All right.
Just like that.
With that, we will be back for the start of the second period with this lot watch along. Until then, grab yourself an ice cold Coors Light. Make sure you choose chill. Grab those Blue Mountains out of your fridge. And we're going to go eat and have some fun. And we'll be back in, like 16 minutes or so?
Approximately.
All right. That's it. All right. Let's do it. It's predictions time, everybody.
There we go, boys.
And we're going to start off with our Flyers predictions today. The team awards, the playoffs, all of that stuff. And let's lead it off. Let's lead it off with who we like to win the Bobby Clark Award, the MVP for the Philadelphia Flyers in 2024-25. The media votes on this one, so we'll start it off with the media. Charlie, who do you have winning the MVP?
Okay, well,
for the Flyers.
I'm gonna make this pick mostly to state with certainty that I am bullish on this guy. I'm going with Sam Ersson.
Oh,
because I think he's going to be good this year. I think if he has a good year as the starting goalie for this team, while I do think that Matvei Michkov is going to be good this year and he's going to have a very strong rookie year, I think there might be some hesitancy to give the MVP to a rookie unless he is unbelievably good. And I'm going with the idea that Sam Ersson is going to play like the goalie from the first half of the year all year. And if that happens, I think he would have a very strong case for the MVP. I remain bullish on one Sam Ersson, so he's my pick.
Nice.
I bet you Czechmanek probably won one back. When do you think the last time a Flyers goalie won team MVP was?
Got to be a while.
Did Hart win once?
He may have.
I think Hart won once.
He may have. I'm not.
Continue to talk.
Yeah.
I will go and
Kelly, who do you have winning the Bobby Clark Trophy?
So I picked Michkov.
There you go.
Because he's going to break every rookie scoring record on the books, obviously. Like, that's a guarantee.
Clearly.
And also because despite what Charlie says, I feel like his people love a story and a narrative. And, like, what could be easier to write than, like, rookie phenom is MVP of team? Seems like an easy layup for you and your pals up there in the press box.
Well, I think I have come across a story that's even better than that.
Okay.
The guy scratched just a month after being named captain of the team.
Oh, baby.
Comes all the way back and regains his Selke Trophy form, more on that later, to lead this team and win the MVP. Sean Couturier.
I like it.
I have winning team MVP. I do think there's a little bit of we want to give it to more of a veteran and a guy we can maybe interview for a story about this.
Fair.
And also, maybe we don't want to give it to a rookie. And Coots has been here a long time. He's always kind of been in someone else's shadow. Not that Michkov isn't casting a huge shadow already, but it's his team now. There ain't no one else. Yeah. It's him.
He's wearing the C.
Yeah.
First full season with the C.
Starting the year with the C, he's going to be counted on maybe a little bit less for the offense, but that's good. He can focus on what he's best at. And when he's doing what he's best at, that turns defense into offense. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to have a pretty good year. Some of me absolutely just trying to speak this into existence because a bounce back Couturier is the best possible scenario for this team. And I figured you were both going to go with Michkov, and so I make a lot of my picks just like I want to win. And there's if we all, then I don't win anything.
Well, yeah, peek behind the curtain. Charlie and I put ours on the outline, and we don't know what Bill's going to say.
Yeah, all mine are a surprise. I like to surprise you. I don't think anyone here had me picking Coots. No. That's my first one. I have Sean Couturier.
This would be Coots' fourth team MVP.
Okay.
He won 3 straight team MVPs in 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, and then 2020, 2021. Carter Hart did win team MVP in 2022, 2023. So it has not been that long ago since we as a Flyers media voted for a goalie as team MVP.
I would be very pleased if either of you ends up being right, because things would be going very well if either of these scenarios are working out.
I was just thinking, like, so the goalie won MVP of a non-playoff team. That's rough.
No.
That's rough. But yeah, if Ersson were to do it, you would assume
if he's that good,
they're in the playoffs and then some.
Yeah,
like,
and if Selke Coots were in the playoffs,
like TK or Michkov winning means very little to me in terms of like how well everything else went.
We know Konecny
Konechny's going to score 30.
Yeah, we know he's good,
and we're pretty sure Michkov is really good.
Yeah. He's going to get his points.
Our expectations now are high, and it's like, so that means he does what we expect him to do.
Yeah.
If someone else wins, it's like, oh, the team's good.
Yeah.
Like, so other people did stuff.
Yeah. I was going to make the argument, but now I'm rethinking it. I was going to make another argument in Sam Erson's favor, is that John Tortorella can't scratch him. But if Kolosov comes up,
I was going to say, they can
scratch Sam Erson too.
I think Tortorella would much rather scratch Ivan Fedotov simply because John Tortorella is like 5'6".
I was going to say.
He doesn't want that 7-foot monster walking around.
Right.
He's too tall. He can't trust tall people.
He's not as easily able to intimidate him as he is like a Travis Konechny.
I'll have to keep an eye on this because, when goalies are the backup, they sit at the end of the bench. Is Fedotov still taller than John Tortorella standing behind the bench?
Is on the platform. Torts is on the platform, and he's sitting down, and they're just like,
I need it to be
high level.
That's good stuff. All right, let's go to the Barry Ashby Trophy, the Flyers' best defenseman. Let's lead it off. The media votes on this as well, but we're going to start with Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Henkel.
I went with the safe bet, which is Travis Sanheim, because I just assume that he's going to be the Flyers' best defenseman again.
The points.
Yeah.
He probably will put up points. He's been a good even strength scorer for quite a few years, but last year, obviously, he took a big step. Career highs. Good stuff. Sanheim, I think he's probably the chalk pick.
Yeah.
I think realistically, there are probably 2 other players who have a shot at this. I went with one of them. I went with Cam York, building off of his second half, hopefully scoring some more points. Maybe he ends up as the defenseman on Power Play 2, and Power Play 2 maybe is a little bit better. Who knows? I'm guessing Drysdale will be on the unit with Michkov, but hey, you never know. I think York takes another step this year and secures that bag on a big new contract, and we're talking about going into next season, Cam York being the clear-cut best defenseman on the team, rather than it just being an argument.
I think in my head, Cam York is the favorite. One, because that's just more interesting. Like, all right, and Sanheim won again. We have a decent enough, top pair that's like, oh, that's a good second pair. I am going a little off the board on this one as well.
Yes.
It's Risto, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's Risto.
I don't think he has any chance.
I think there's a chance he's on Power Play too.
Kevin Kerr's voting for him, no doubt.
He does the hits.
Does do a lot of the hits.
He does hits.
Fewer than before, but he does do a lot of the hits.
I think he's going to put it all together for maybe the first time in his career at age, what are we looking at here? On October 27th, he will turn 30 years old.
Is it
big 3-0?
Wow. Is it going to be weird to give him that award after he's been traded at the deadline to a contender?
Did Sean Walker get any votes?
This was part of. We talked. Like, do you think Sean Walker can win this if he's not on the team?
Seriously,
I actually asked that question to Flyers PR. I was like, what's the policy on voting for Sean Walker?
They were just like, God damn it, Charlie.
Could you not, Charles?
Look, I guess we can't stop you from putting names on a ballot, but obviously
he's not winning.
He's not on the team.
Do you understand what we're trying to do here?
Yeah.
Like,
we're trying to give this award to somebody who's here, Charlie.
Yeah, we do like a whole thing on the ice. Like, could you not?
He was real good.
He was very good.
He was their best defenseman.
I'm surprised though that no one took the home run swing and is picking Jamie Drysdale. I know that he has a long way to go, but
I'm nervous, Charles.
In a world where Michkov improves the power play dramatically, there could be a world where Drysdale is still meh at 5-on-5, but finishes with 40 points because he picks up 22 points in the power play.
Points?
For a lot of voters,
it is a media vote.
Could you guys do better?
I will say, I think Rasmus Ristolainen has a better chance of sticking around than I thought. Not so much because of, maybe he finally puts it together at age 30. That would be cool. Because there just won't be as much urgency because Hunter McDonald looks like he's going to take some time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little while.
Yeah, John Zuccarello today said he still looks very raw.
Yes.
So
his, at least, playing style replacement.
Not ready.
Not quite as close as, he's going to get NHL games this year. Yeah, maybe if they're out of it in April. Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah. But I don't think Hunter McDonald, who I still think has a good chance of doing something, but perhaps not this season based on everything I've seen out of him in the rookie games and the preseason.
I'm not ready to write him off for the season, but I am ready to say that he's at least going to get a couple months down there.
Yeah.
And I guess because Ginning and Adder have done so little, and Grans, they've done so little to separate themselves. After Andre, McDonald still might be number 2.
He's still here, and he's playing in tonight's game, which is functionally a dress rehearsal.
Okay.
That tells me that I think your initial call-ups, your 3 call-ups are Andre, if it's a puck mover, in terms of injuries. If it's a Drysdale or a Sanheim or a York who goes down, they're bringing up Andre. If it is a Risto or even a Sealer, then I think it's whoever is playing better between Ginning and McDonald. And I think then there's everybody else.
So if Mark Strike's penis falls off, it's Emil Andre. And everyone else. It's still the greatest thing that's ever happened. All right, so that's the Ashby. Kelly had Sanheim, Charlie had York, and I'm going with Risto.
I like it.
That's the home run swing here. I guess Drysdale would be, but it's like, oh man, I just need to see him play.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just play a full season and be okay.
Again, that's one of those things. If it's Jamie Drysdale,
things are great.
This team is in the playoffs. Yes. They might be top 3 in the division.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because I could see a world, as I said, where Drysdale isn't that good,
he just puts up a
ton of points, and then you say, well, the power play went from being dead last with a bullet to the 12th best power play, and Jamie Drysdale is the second biggest reason aside from Michkov.
I was just thinking, what number is he going to go with? For the big jump, 12th best. Sounds impossible. I was like, if they're in the top 20, either Michkov or Drysdale's winning an NHL award.
Top half of the league would be wild.
That would be insane. All right, let's go to my favorite team award, the Pelle Lindbergh Memorial Award for the most improved player.
Bill, please tell me you voted Sanheim.
I really, really thought about putting Sanheim as the joke because that time has now passed. Last year was the time to get him as 3rd, but now he's essentially the team's number 1 defenseman. Unless he wins the Norris, he's not winning most improved. So I am going to go with Bobby Brink.
I thought about Brink.
I thought was one of the obvious candidates. I really like the way he started the season last year. I think through New Year's he was on a 40-some point pace, and then just really hit the wall, got demoted. He's making a strong case for himself in this preseason that he is locked into a top 9 spot. He's not on that bubble that we thought was a possibility he was on. At least maybe he gets some scratches, maybe it's Cates, maybe it's him. Who knows who comes out of the lineup, if D'Lo's going to play or Lixell's going to make this team, whatever it is. I think he's made enough of a case for himself that I really like what I'm seeing out of Brink. And if this power play is just a little bit better, he might be a big part of that.
That's true.
I'm going Bobby Brink as most improved.
I like it.
Kelly, most improved.
Okay, I'm a coward and put down 2 because I couldn't decide.
I put you for 1 on the thing.
Okay, I had Drysdale and Frost as my 2 I was choosing between. I think I'm going to go Frost.
All right.
Morgan Frost. I feel like, Michkov may just help his points total a little bit.
I could see it because it does seem like, number one, and we talked about this yesterday, Michkov is showing the most early chemistry with Frost. So that presumably would help his chances of staying on a line with him for an extended period of time. Second, it also seems like they're using Frost a lot on the power play with Michkov.
Yes.
And if we, and again, this is a stretch because we don't know. We've seen a real bad power play for multiple years. If the Flyers power play takes even a moderate level up, that will dramatically help Morgan Frost's points as long as he's on a unit with Michkov. And right now, it looks like he's gonna be, because that's something I was thinking about when I was deciding who I was going to take for this award. This prediction is who has the highest likelihood of staying on that top unit with Michkov. Like it's going to be Drysdale, I would assume, unless he really, really stinks there. Frost seems like he's getting the early looks. Konecny's almost certainly going to be on it. So then you're like, okay, who are the other guys? I'm going with Tyson Forster.
All right.
I think Forster, he showed me a lot last year. And I think he's going to take a big step this year. I could see him scoring 30. And if he scores 30, I think he wins this award.
Okay.
I could definitely see that. And it's I think Frost wouldn't have much of a chance if the media voted on this, because they'd just be like, well, I was playing with Michkov.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, you really improved.
This is the
yes,
homies.
You passed the puck to the good guy. Congratulations. Listen, if this power play gets better, everyone deserves most improved.
Fair.
Maybe they can give it. Maybe they could give it to Rocky Thompson. I think is that a possibility? But since teammates vote on it, I think that gives Frost more of a chance.
Okay.
But Forster giving it to Frost, maybe as an FU to the coach too. Like, see, but
why just grab
Forster is more of like the classic. Oh, he took the sophomore jump, so this just makes sense, and it's not as much of a joke as giving it to like a 26-year-old.
Yeah. One guy who I also seriously considered for this, because I do think there is a very plausible path to him having what appears to be a breakout year, but in reality, it isn't that implausible, is Joel Farabee. And the reason is that if you combine first 2/3 of the year Joel Farabee at even strength and have him do that for a full year, which doesn't seem that crazy.
No.
If you combine that with Joel Farabee ending up on power play 1 and getting a ton of power play points, suddenly you're talking about a guy who scores 70. And if he does that, which again, I do not think is out of the realm of possibility, he'll win this in a walk.
And he's like lead homie in the locker room.
It's true. Everybody likes
the
Joel.
homies vote on the award.
Yeah.
And speaking of maybe giving the finger to the coach, everyone could just be like, oh, yeah, Joel Farabee, huh? Line 3. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He's our most improved player.
I still don't think him on line 3 is like a punishment. It's just a testament to how good the first 2 lines are.
Okay. It is. I mean, like, they have good wingers. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do we have any centers? Time will tell. They do have some good wingers, though. Like,
I got guys.
It is possible. All right, and the final team award. That was it for the team awards. I only did the 3, like the class guy. I don't know.
Who cares? Score.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go with who leads the team in scoring, and both of your answers are the same.
Guess who we picked? You'll never guess.
Yeah, we picked Michkov.
Yeah, it's Michkov.
I decided to go with Travis Konecny.
All right.
I think yes.
I think it's one of those two dudes.
I think that is probably the most likely.
I just listen. Michkov, I think, is going to score more than maybe I initially thought.
120 points.
Yeah, maybe he does put up 120 points, and then he'll probably walk away with this thing. Yeah. But it's been TK for a couple of years. I think we can pencil him in for 30 goals. Like, that's a thing for Travis Konecny now. Yeah. And it's been a thing for him, one, without anyone with the playmaking ability of Matvei Michkov on the power play, and two, just any power play production whatsoever. If it just adds on to his total, like if he scores 40 goals and has 75, 80 points, it's really hard to imagine a world in which he doesn't lead this team in scoring. Yeah. I like a lot of these players, but outside of Michkov, none of them are potential superstars.
Nah.
Konecny's still really good. He's making almost $9 million. Yes. Like, it is kind of on him to lead the way offensively. And he has very well for the last couple of years. If he stays healthy, yes, it could very well be Matvei. But I got to give it to the dude who knows what he's doing.
It's either one of these two dudes.
Yeah.
One of us is going to
Anyone else, it's like,
it'll be a surprise.
Yeah, like, everyone else would be a
Owen
real
Tippett.
shock.
So he scored 40, huh?
Love that for him.
That's what it would be. And And welcome back, everybody, to the PHLY Flyers Watch Along presented by Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/PHLY Hockey to get started. Get Coors Light delivered or find a store near you. It's 11:13 here on the East Coast.
I'm trying not to note the time. I feel if I perceive the time, my body's going to start shutting down.
Hinkle, I cannot thank you enough for joining us here tonight. A person with a real job.
Let's not get crazy.
That's what I say when people tell me, "Oh, you got to work." I'm like, I wouldn't call it that.
Nah.
Yeah, but no, very much appreciate it, and very much appreciate all of you joining us here for the Flyers opener at our Coors Light watch along. 1-1 after one. Tyson Forster with the goal late, his first of the year. Ayerson, hell of a first period. Would like to see him face a few fewer shots this period. Nice. After, what was it? He stopped 12 of 13 in the first. 12 of 13, gave up the one goal. So far, a .923 save percentage.
Vezina is happening. Just so you know, someone asked me to clap when the puck drops so they can sync up. I just don't want you to be alarmed when I do it.
No, that's...
Because I said that I would.
Because I just saw on the box score on NHL.com, it's like a minute and a half in.
Ay. Why is the company that owns the team, why is their stream so far behind?
This is YouTube TV we're watching on.
Is that what? Because when I watch on the NBC Sports app on my television, it's also behind the less official stream that I sometimes use.
But there's nothing slower than the ESPN Hulu stream. You can miss, if there's like back-to-back goals, you'll miss them both.
Oh boy.
One day. All right, so here we go. They have looks like Ayerson back in his crease.
Not yet.
This reminds me of the BSH days.
3, 2, 1.
Somehow Charlie was always off.
Charlie always off.
Do you miss those days editing the podcast?
No, not that part.
4 separate streams recorded individually, smushed together. Look at them. They're sponsored by Bet365 as well. That's great. Flyers
Plus. Just like us for real.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to miss it. This is a lot of pressure.
All right. Camera is on Vancouver's. Okay. Oh, they're lined up. Puck is down.
I did it. Gary, it happened.
Okay. We did it. That's how we used to have to.
You sicko. Yeah, we used to sync up the podcast that way.
Because we did it remotely after we stopped recording in studios because we're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And so it would just be the 4 of us on Zoom, and we'd just go 1, 2, 3 and clap. And that was the indication to line up all the audio.
That's how we lined it up.
And we turned that into this.
Look at us.
Now people are watching us watch the game.
Who would have thought? Not me. We are 2.5 minutes behind.
That's all. We're at 1918 right now. Flyers.
I personally
Canucks.
blame Comcast.
Obviously. Who else would we blame? I did just get a great photo on our roof of the
real nice
of the skyline. And I would like to thank Comcast for that.
It does look very nice.
Dope skyline and all.
Good job.
But
with the buildings.
Come on. It's 2024.
You own the means of production and distribution. Could we just have it?
I just watched the communism Seinfeld the other day. He controls the means of production, Jerry. I think that might be my favorite episode.
It's so good.
The Race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that show is so good. I was watching Curb on the plane today. The final season.
I haven't seen enough of Curb.
Oh, William.
I have seen several different seasons and like none in a row.
You don't really have to. It's like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You don't really have to watch them in a row.
But I want to one day.
It's
the first season's a little slow. I've like tried to start it a few times. All right.
You realize very quickly that Larry David is in fact George Costanza.
Yes.
I would like to see the ice tilt.
It would be
a little bit.
It would be very nice.
I don't want the Flyers on defense for another 15 minutes.
No, I would like to see more of this offense, more Michkov, more Luchanko as well. Luchanko was out there for that power play goal.
Do you think that Michkov, because he's made some pretty slick passes, that one to Frost that almost resulted in a goal.
Gorgeous.
I wonder if he's a little nervous. First NHL game, maybe he's like trying to feel it out a little bit. Maybe
a pro for so long.
I know,
but
this is the big
big thing.
Show, if you will. They really. Leading off icing there was generous.
Why are there... Okay, now everyone's back. 3 blue jerseys and 1 flyer in the zone.
They do have a lot of jump, JJ. You are correct.
Some friends are... Now people are seeing me answer these texts, and they're like, "Are you typing to me?" Yes, I am.
Look at this guy with friends.
Some people confused as to we're not allowed to broadcast the game. It can't be a split screen. It has to be a 2-screen experience. Maybe one day.
The express.
Maybe one day
of the National Hockey League. Someday.
We do not have that express written consent.
Maybe I'll write a letter to Gary.
Yeah.
And see if I can get his express written consent.
You know, I bet you if you were just like complimentary, I bet you he gets a lot of hate mail.
I bet he does. Gary, I personally have never booed you in person.
Listen.
Never been in the same room as you.
The draft?
I didn't go.
2014, you weren't at the draft?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? I don't remember why.
Before we knew each other, we were at so many of the same events
I know, right?
And didn't know it. And I just assume any big hockey event.
We are 4 minutes in our time into this period, and it has been 100% Canucks, and I don't like it. I don't.
All right. The confusion has been settled.
That's great.
Hi, Ava.
Do you think Luchanko gets the full 9, or do you think that if he is invisible / bad for like 4, he's done?
I think if he's bad, like you think like he just can't handle it.
Yeah.
He goes early.
Yeah.
But
definitely
if you get the 9, give him the 9.
You might as well, right?
Unless it's, just John Tortorella, as much as he acknowledges it's a rebuild. When the puck drops, he is attempting to win. I can
guarantee you that if you remove Erik Johnson from the opening night roster, that goes down to like 24.
I did see...
Who can do math?
Like our projected lineup. Like our 12 forwards... 6 defensemen, 2 goalies. Projected lineup was the youngest.
Yeah.
And then you add in like an Erik Johnson and a Nick Delorier, and it probably gets a little older.
Which, like, where's all that? Oh, Ava's in the chat. Where, like, because they're rebuilding. I don't know why people act like they're not. Anywho.
Well, listen, I get wanting more of what other rebuilding teams have. Like they're just further along in terms of bringing in the younger talent. But I think that kind of ignores that there are good pieces here. Like Tyson Forster was already here. Owen Tippett already here. So like that doesn't count to people. And they're like, but these guys aren't good enough. And it's like, well, if you put them with some others who are, maybe they are. Also, people don't count Jamie Drysdale, even though he was a 6th overall pick.
For some reason, everyone's decided that he sucks.
Listen, he's got a long way to go, but there's a reason he was drafted 6th overall. It would be cool to get back on offense.
I would love to see a shot on goal.
Oh, yeah, they are shotless through about 5 minutes here. Good zone entry.
Hey, there's a shot. Nice.
So, what are the lines here? Is that Coots? Or maybe they're just mixed up with a late change?
Probably.
Yeah, Coots is leaving the ice. I was going to say, has he been demoted already?
Fourth line center, Sean Couturier.
I don't know why this is the first time
there's a Flyers fan.
I ever thought to open up the chat so I can see it while we're live.
Well, it's distracting, if I'm being honest. I keep reading it.
JH with a funny super chat. So obnoxious with announcing home goals like they single-handedly won the cup, but announce visiting team goals like they're mumbling as quietly as they can while they have marbles in their mouth. I will say I've done some PA work for the Philadelphia Hockey Club at Hollydale, and that is exactly how I do it. A PHC goal! Oh, here we go. Oh, big block there. He had some net to shoot at.
He sure did.
A trip has been noticed.
Hey, here comes the power play, baby.
Let's see if this 100% power play
Yeah.
can pick up where it left off. Maybe that first unit with Matvei Michkov. Maybe this is it.
Would love to see it. Be selfish out there.
He had the top of the net there, and the that's good stuff,
Don't you
Mish.
hit that kid?
That's
Don't touch
way
him.
to turn into him. That's good. That's hockey awareness right there. It's that IQ.
I love that Canucks skate jersey, the red and yellow one.
Oh, it's the
so
absolute
good.
best. For their last 24 on the power play to end the season.
Is that good?
1 for 1. Or 1 for their last 25. However you want to look at it.
It's a new era.
It is.
Of power play time. Okay.
Okay. That needs to be on target.
Ooh,
nice play by Tippett
nice.
to get it to Konecny. We got about 1:15 left here on the power play. Drysdale brings it up. Probably, it doesn't look like Drysdale in deep here. Come on. Just keep it in.
You gotta keep it in. The thing that I don't understand about their power play is, I was complaining about it in the first period, it just never seems to like settle in.
That's when they looked set up, they still kind of weren't.
No, like opposing teams on the power play gain the zone and then like appear to have a strategy of some kind that they deploy. Whereas the Flyers just seem to scramble around and get shots off sometimes.
Oh, huge rebound there. I can't believe they didn't tuck that in. Yeah, I was almost wondering in the first period if it was like, well, our rush-based offense is so good. Maybe we're trying to set up mini rushes on the power play. I don't know. Like, it just looked like a little, everyone was a little too high in the zone.
Oh, my God.
How didn't you put that in?
Who was that?
What are we doing? Is that Farabee?
Oh, my God.
That was, now we got to watch out of the box here. They're having a little counter rush, but they shut it down. I don't understand how they didn't score like 3 different times on that power play. Grant, it wasn't like the most dangerous power play, but they had some opportunities, which in itself is promising, I suppose. But only 50% so far. We can live with 50%, I believe.
It's a downward trajectory.
It is. Would like to see a little bit more out of Mish on these power plays.
I've decided he's nervous. And I'm all right with it. Ava telling you to log into your own YouTube TV so you're not 4 minutes behind.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Listen, we clapped. Sync up.
We set it up. We're doing the best we can here. This is it's still a work in progress. These watch-alongs. Nice steal there. Was it offside? What happened? There's still...
This is why when we have a watch party, you got to come out.
Yeah. That's the...
Then you're watching.
We do have... I don't think... Oh, I have the schedule somewhere, and I don't know how to find it. Where is Google Sheets? There it is. Schedule. That's not it. Oh, this is the wrong account altogether. Well, I'll be able to find this, and in the third period, I will tell you when the rest of our watch parties and watch alongs are. Ooh. For the it's through New Year's, I believe, is what we have scheduled. We have some good stuff coming up for the next couple of months, and I think we're allowed to talk about the Ducks game, right, Bren? The Ducks game at home, which is January. We have a suite.
No.
That's right. We have a suite, and you can get tickets for it now at allphly.com. Check that events tab. I should probably just do that to see if it's live.
You guys.
I know it went up, but was private for just
that feels like a thing
diehards.
You're going to want to go to.
Oh, yeah. January 11th. Here it is. Join Charlie, Bill, and the PHLY Flyers diehards for the return of Cutter Gauthier to the Wells Fargo Center.
Return.
Yeah, as the Flyers take on the Ducks. Takeover includes game ticket in a suite at the Farg, food and drinks all night, immaculate vibes with the PHLY Flyers crew, and
Guaranteed
PHLY
vibes.
Flyers diehards need to log in to get their discount. But you can do all of that now, diehards at allphly.com. Check that out. It's going to be a really good time for the Cutter game.
Sounds like a party. You know what's great about that? From up high, no one can throw anything on the ice. So
perhaps
all of our people.
Listen,
never
throw stuff on the ice.
Arm.
I made my point about throwing stuff way back in the bracelet game.
Yeah.
You don't throw stuff on the ice. That's children throw things when they're mad. But you can yell as loud as you want.
Oh, yeah.
It's encouraged.
Oh, yeah. We love yelling.
You can, however, throw hats for hat tricks. That is the one.
That is allowed.
Obviously.
I've never thrown a hat for a hat trick because I know it won't get there. And then that just seems like a waste. I also don't wear a lot of hats.
Trying to think. I know there was a couple times when I had Phantom season tickets in 97, 98. Like Peter White would have 2 goals. And a couple minutes left, like the other team would pull the goalie. My dad was like, we're out of here. They're snatching hats. We're getting out of here. Like, you're not getting your hat thrown on the ice. I paid for that hat.
Why is it always Peter White?
Because he had like 50
goals.
Watch
along on my birthday. 12/18. That's my birthday. Thanks, Vince.
Oh, outstanding.
I'll expect gifts from all of you that are watching.
Okay, so the next watch along is October 29th. A watch party on 11/9. Another watch parties. It's this, but at a bar. Come hang out with us. Another watch along the Claude Giroux game. 11/14. We're doing a watch along, and 12/18 a watch along, and then 12/28 a watch party for the Cutter game in Anaheim.
Nice.
So good job. Bryn's always on top of stuff here.
She's the best.
Are we caught up on Super Chat? It was that JH one, Bryn, the obnoxious. Yeah, I was super obnoxious when I was doing PA work.
To be quite honest with you,
that's what I want.
That's what I want.
And I was filling in my buddy Mike. Like, he had a viral video a couple years ago doing it for Clearview basketball and like got jobs locally doing PA work. And he is, if you think I'm loud and obnoxious, over the top, ridiculous. But it's what they wanted, you know. It's why they call it home field advantage, home ice advantage.
When I'm at a Flyers game, no, I want you to pander to me, and you do so.
Honestly, if they didn't even announce the other teams, I wouldn't mind.
I don't need that.
Except it gives you a second opportunity to boo after they score.
That's true. And Lou always does theirs in a very sedated way.
Yeah,
as he should.
Flyers, Canucks goal score. Ah. All right, we're more than halfway through the second here. Flyers have three shots and
3 shots.
Vancouver only has 2.
Oh. It feels like Vancouver has more.
It just feels like they've had the puck a whole lot.
It sure does. The Flyers were bad in the second period last season, weren't they?
I believe on Flyers Daily today,
did I make that up?
Mertitas said it was 84-84. They were even.
Oh.
It was the first where they got outscored. And I thought I remembered them scoring first. I don't remember. Every single year, like we were saying in the pregame,
I got a leaky brain.
How it feels like they always open on the road, and like the last couple of years,
I know.
Like 3 of the last 4 years, they opened it up.
When you've been watching these games for so long, a lot of it gets mushed.
Vancouver puts one in. That makes it 2-1 here with like 9 minutes left. 8:35 left in the second.
I need to. Oh no, Jett! What did you
with
do?
A minus. I was talking too much. I didn't see what happened.
We weren't paying any attention.
They told us we were talking too much, and they were right.
Sorry, guys. All right, let's see here. That was Jett's guy.
Jett got beat to the far side?
Yep.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
Well, that's a nice play. But yeah, he needs to be. We've been told that it's the details of his game, and being between your man and the net is one of those details.
That seems like something that Torts isn't going to like.
Staying on the right side of the puck, as they say. What if he only gets the trip? If he gets the 4 games, and it's like, okay, now you know what a pro is. You've been on a professional road trip.
You've gotten the experience. Come on, boys. I
do want to see him get the full 9 as Flyers answer back with a chance there. Frost in front.
I feel like if it's not there after this road trip, is there a point in keeping him up? Why not just send him back?
Would you ever think about...
Although it would be cool to see him at home.
It would be.
Yeah. It'd be nice to give him 1 home game at least. That would be nice.
Would you ever think about trying to stretch out the 9? Like, it's 9 games, but through November? Like, I could just... Maybe that would hinder his junior season. Like, he might not have a chance at Team Canada then.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's better just to... cut the cord and get him back down there.
But again, we're
dunking
halfway through the first game. I'm not advocating sending him back.
Oh no, we're making all kinds of blanket judgments.
If he has 3 points in the third
20
period,
minutes into
I'm
the
saying
season.
he's better than Michkov. Like,
oh yeah. If I never see another commercial again, it'll be too soon. I just can't.
I can't take it. I was saying this, I'm not going to talk about the individual commercials and the content, but I remember like being a kid, younger, maybe not a kid, but they first started showing Viagra commercials during baseball games. And it was like an uproar. And those were all like
we used to be a
fun
society,
innuendo,
William.
You know, the way I do Blue Chew reads.
Yes.
Like I'm not saying anything real dirty, but I kind of am. And it was like an uproar about, Viagra during baseball, what are we doing here? And now, the stuff they say, and granted, it's 11:36 here on the East Coast.
Oh no, I've every one of these commercials I've seen in the middle
all
of the day.
aired during prime time.
Yeah,
it's out of control, and I'm by no means a prude, but like, I don't know, man. This is where I go to get away from the world.
Exactly. This is sports. I don't want to think about real life.
And they go far side. That's a nice play. But
yeah, I mean, it was.
You would hope Luchanko can get there.
Yeah. Forbort.
Right. A little less than 8 minutes left here in the second. Vancouver up 2-1. Shots are 16-13.
Yeah.
As Vancouver's really starting to apply some pressure here.
The Flyers look
a little disheveled.
This is a technical term, bajiggity.
Okay.
That's through this almost this entire game.
And this was my concern coming in is
you were right.
Vancouver has played a game already. And a pretty damn intense game, a back and forth wild game.
You were onto something. The Flyers do not look like it. They look like a team that hasn't played a game in a week and a half.
They seem like they're just kind of trying to tread water here.
Yeah.
Keep it close and get lucky right now. These breakouts just have not been clean.
No.
There's a decent...
Nothing has...
That might have been off. Ugh. They've also had some chances that they're just a little off on.
Yeah.
Come on, Tyson. You need one to keep up your 169 goal pace here.
Okay.
All right, PHLY. I don't think they're beating him short side.
Doesn't seem like it.
I think I've seen enough. Still, I'm thinking about, I think it was that Farabee chance in front where he was in the net and somehow bunted it the wrong way. Like, bunted it foul when he's standing in the net. I'd like to remind everyone, if you're enjoying this game with us, you should enjoy it with an ice cold Coors Light. When those mountains are blue, that means it's time to choose chill. Celebrate when you make that choice to choose chill. Celebrate with an ice cold Coors Light. Our presenting sponsor for pregame and this watch along. And a hand pass. All right.
All right. Look at that.
All right. I mean...
He was a first-round pick in 1992.
What was it? The first year of the lot? What was he? If they're talking about the Flyers having
27 years ago.
The Flyers having 15 first-round picks on the roster, and while yes, okay, he was St. Louis's first overall pick in 2006.
2006.
So the first year out of the lockout.
Yes.
He made his debut in 07-08. Wow. So the last time the Flyers were in a conference final was his rookie year.
Wow.
He is now 36 years old.
Good for him.
All right, let's see. We have another super chat from the name I know you've told me how to pronounce it before. W. Borogol. They won't scratch 17 unless he totally sucks. He's here to make mistakes for 9 games, then work on them after he leaves. Any progress is good. I think that's probably the case.
Yes.
I'm hoping he gets the full 9. I just wonder, like, as I was saying earlier, right before Vancouver scored, while Torts recognizes they're in a rebuild, when the puck drops, he's here to win a game. So I wonder if he would keep him in for the full 9 if he's... And I wouldn't say Luchanko's been like...
Oh, no. He's not been actively... He's got one blown coverage a little bit. But, you know... They just have gotten so little going on offense in this game.
They just 15 shots here with 4:40 left in the second. And I mean,
they only have 2 fewer shots than Vancouver, but it doesn't feel like that at all.
No, it seems like Vancouver has had the puck in the offensive zone quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the Flyers have just been scrambling to stay in coverage for a lot of this. But it's a 1-goal game. It's
very winnable hockey game. Oh.
Another hand pass. And we're going to commercial with a little more than 4 minutes left. That's fun. Okay. Keep them out there through the commercial break now. Like, trying to get something going with this line.
Yeah. Who could fight? Who could start a fight right now?
That could be Hathaway.
Hathaway could do it. Sean Couturier, noted fighter.
Noted fighter. Yeah, he's handled himself quite well.
Eric Johnson.
Why not? You know, he's got the experience.
Listen,
he's a big guy.
This isn't his thing, but Risto, come on. You're huge.
He's too pretty, man.
Is he?
He's just too... that's what they say.
He's tall.
I know you're more into the burly homeless looking, but it seems to be pretty general consensus that Risto is a pretty man.
I don't like blonde people. They bother me.
Yeah. Blonde adult men. Like, what are we
weird.
What are we doing?
What are you doing? Why's your hair still that color? You're a grown man.
Any blonde adults out there, I am absolutely joking. Thank you for your for watching us tonight here on PHLY Flyers, brought to you by Coors Light.
People.
Oh my God. What if I know that they pay a ton of money and that's why that'll never happen. But if some network was just like, no, we're not going to air political ads, I'd be like, I will subscribe to whatever you have. Yeah. Whatever, if you a streaming service,
$30
anything, I will pay for this.
Yeah.
Oh. You're right. It was Sanheim who got crunched.
Goo.
Oof. He's
sandwich.
Lucky.
Yes, that could have been bad. Is he doing like half push-ups on the boards there? The fuck was that? Okay. I would like to see the Flyers score a hockey goal here in this second period.
Who's gonna score a hockey goal?
Our team. Real ones.
I hated it so much. Fine is the outro. Had a man in the slot. It was that TK, but pass intercepted. Vancouver takes it. Nice hit.
That was a nice hit.
There we go.
That's
Get
what I'm
something
talking
going
about.
now.
Do something.
Mish brings it up, gets it deep. That's what it was the good play there. I just don't want to see too much out of that.
Nah.
We got enough guys who dump it in.
It's just like impossible for them to get through the neutral zone.
It just seems really, really difficult for them to gain the line with possession.
Go.
All right, Frost, mix it up a little and see. That's just being outnumbered too much.
Yeah, but they're not. So, like, stop it.
We got some Ice Sport comments.
Yeah, people like the song. It's a good song.
I fought so hard. I was fine with it as the outro, but as the intro, I fought so hard.
You didn't like the other one either.
I just
the Flyers
thought
are a team.
Yeah,
they
that
play
one
a
was
sport called hockey.
That was. It's funny.
Shout out Albert.
And it was
Klein.
great that Albert made it.
Yes.
But I thought it just narrowed our audience a little much.
Maybe.
We're clearly the Terminally Online show, and that's fine. But I don't need people hearing that before I've even said, hey, everybody, how you doing? Like, you'll figure that out 5 minutes in that we are the Terminally Online show.
I don't know what you mean.
That was TK with that hit down low. That was big.
That was a nice hit.
I think they gave out the great hit of the game a little too soon.
They always give that thing out too soon.
They gotta. Listen. I understand. You gotta get your sponsors in.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You know the business.
You gotta
now.
hit it when you gotta hit it.
Yeah.
What's happening in real time here? Is the period over?
Probably.
Yes. It is second intermission. There's still 2:10 left here on our feed. Someone
said sometimes you have to refresh YouTube TV. Is that a thing?
We'll try that at intermission. Coming up in about 2 minutes, we will have more.
I don't know how anything works.
Pre-recorded fun content for you to view while we have some delicious pizza and wings. They're not a sponsor, but I got to shout them out. Ed's Pizza and Wings on Drexel campus on Lancaster. I lived there when I was in college, and yes, I went to Temple, but I lived at Drexel. Whole thing. And I haven't been there in years. Decided to grab some food from there tonight. Still damn good.
The wings are good.
The Ed sauce is still exactly as I remember it.
It's a very good wing. Oh,
come on.
Oh.
Another save there. I mean, I know what happens, but I'm still hoping. Against hope. People want our real-time reactions. I mean, the internet can be wrong.
I'm told it's never wrong. I think
Ava posted a happy anniversary post the other day, and we got 2 happy birthday comments, which I found hilarious.
That's incredible.
One of the pictures was me in front of like a birthday banner.
However,
so if they didn't read the caption, I can see.
But the words are right there.
Yeah,
interesting.
About 40 seconds here left in the period. This has been the PHLY Flyers Watch Along, brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Go to CoorsLight.com/PHLY Hockey to get those Blue Mountains delivered or to find a store near you. Choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Must be 21. Drink responsibly, etc. All right, 38 seconds here in the period, Hinkle. How do you think they come out for the third? Do you think they bear down?
Well, this period was extremely ASS.
The first period, while they were outplayed, was much more entertaining, I thought.
Yeah, this period was a big stinky pile of poop on the ice.
It was disappointing.
I hope that, I know we're not even through one game yet, and none of us should be making any judgments, and none of us should be having any strong emotions. I do hope that John Tortorella yells at somebody during this intermission and provides a little bit of the spark that they seem to be missing, because that's what he's good for.
That's why he's here.
Yeah. It's his number one skill set.
All right,
is yelling at people.
Canucks seem content to run out the clock.
Thank you for your service.
As we go to intermission here, thanks for hanging out through the first 2 periods. We will be back for the third, so make sure you're right back here. This is the PHLY Flyers Watch Along, brought to you by Coors Light. I'm Bill. That's Kelly. Bryn producing, doing a hell of a job. We will be back. And remember, we'll be back for post-game. It's all night long here, so no need to change that dial. We'll be back after this. This is about Jett today.
This is Jett Day.
And that's absolutely where I wanted to start. If not for the Philadelphia Flyers making yet an even bigger star out of Philadelphia's #1 hockey beat writer, Charlie O'Connor, by featuring him in the trailer of the, what's it called? The Standard? The Standard episode 2 has dropped. And we want to play that trailer for you because they use Chuck in it. It's outstanding.
Building a hockey team is like assembling an orchestra. The conductor leads the group for a unified performance. Every member has their own role to play. Each instrument carries its own sound.
The direction this group's going, it's really fun to be a part of.
People who grew up in the Flyers family, this is normal. Chaos is normal.
It's gonna be a long night.
And it's funny enough that they just used you saying this, Joe.
If you're a Philadelphia Flyers fan, get excited.
Well, it's a huge win for the Flyers.
One step ahead all night here, guys.
Chaos is normal.
All revved up.
It is. We grew up at a time where
And you just
the
never
GM
know
was
when a new
openly
talent
calling out the
emerges
best
on the
player on
scene.
the team, one of the best players in the league,
Flyers
because he just didn't like
2024 training camp.
yelling about his family. It's just the way the Flyers have always been. And it would be funny enough, but our fantastic producer, Brenna, was able to find the show that the clip was actually from.
Okay.
And it's actually, I told you it was from February, but it's from March 20th. And we're talking about the just all of the Tortorella of it all, which is like the subtitle of this show. And like just how maybe his presence could hinder this team. Like, all right, well, they're gonna have to go get stars at some point. Are there players in this league? We know there are players who are like, no, I don't want to play for that lunatic. Like, whether it's just like, I don't like his attitude, or like, I don't need to go through that. I'm 31 years old. I'm good. You know, like whatever it might
Seems
be.
a little much.
Yeah, like I don't need to end my career getting yelled at by a crazy person. Like, whatever it is, there was the context of what they pulled this from is so damn funny to me. And I think it really speaks to some of the things we're going to get into in today's show, and it all works together. So let's show that clip as well.
But I do think that the way the Flyers would look at it as is, if there's a star player who doesn't want to come to Philly because he doesn't want to play for Tortorella, they don't think he's the kind of star player that they want anyway. That's the way they would look at it.
And this is just who they're always going to be, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. They're never going to lose this.
We started out the show saying, like, we're always going to have a job. Like, there's a CBA coming up in a couple years. I don't expect a work stoppage. But when there inevitably is, we will still be doing a show every day because this team will be doing that makes us talk about them, Charlie.
Yep.
And it's... Do you think they want to be this way? Because I kind of think they do.
Yes, I do. I've been turning this idea over in my head the last couple days about the Flyers as the chaos organization. That it's always something with this team. That there's always something, and like, look, some of this stuff is completely out of their control. Like, I'm not gonna say that they like intentionally had their goaltender arrested. Like, obviously, there's some bad shit that happens, like Oscar Lindblom getting cancer. There's stuff that happens. It's completely out of their control. That is just like, this is awful. You know, on two completely different levels of awful, but you know what I mean. But there's also a lot of things that happen that are manufactured chaos.
Yes,
and I do think that the Flyers, people who grew up in the Flyers family. Like, this is normal. Chaos is normal. And I think it's gotten to the point where they almost think that chaos is good. That, like, you know, diamonds are forged under pressure kind of thing. I believe that one of the reasons why John Tortorella scratched Sean Couturier is because he felt like people were getting too comfortable. And it's like, you know what? I need to f it up because these guys, the status quo is not good, and I need to do something to jolt this team. So I am going to scratch the captain because that's the biggest bomb I can throw in the room. And I like the idea that Danny Briere and Keith Jones are looking from afar and being like, oh, there goes Torts again. Doing crazy
I don't believe
stuff.
that.
I think they are friggin' in the background cheering him on. Like, this is what it means to be a Flyer. You have to be uncomfortable all the time. That's the only way that we win. That's the only way that we are ourselves. I tweeted this out as half a joke a couple days ago, but like, I honestly believe that one of the biggest mistakes that Ron Hextall made was he tried to make the Flyers boring. And everyone around the team, all the alumni, like, we do crazy. We go after every free agent. We're in on every trade. That's what we do. That's who we are. Like, this is the Flyers. The Flyers, I think, as long as they have guys at the top who play for the team, who are part of the family, they are always going to be perfectly fine with the Flyers being the chaos organization. They will.
I still hold to all of this, by the way.
They pulled in for an advertisement for their show.
Yes.
That you would think they would want to paint themselves in a good light. They pulled a clip in which we were like, the coach and everyone running this team thinks it's good to be insane. And they're like, we're going to use this to promote us.
But they do. And I talked to you before the show. Like,
you said the exact thing about Ron Hextall. You said, I was like, that's in the clip.
I can't say that they're wrong. It's just their view is that this is the organization we want to build. And I said this before, that they're not, like, most teams in the NHL, most front office people would agree that John Tortorella is an objectively good coach. Not every team would hire John Tortorella because they don't want to deal with everything that John Tortorella brings. Whereas the Flyers, they think it's great because they want their players to be uncomfortable, and they believe that the worst thing for a team to be is comfortable, and the worst thing for an organization to be is boring. And this team is never comfortable, and they're never boring.
Ron Hextall did make them boring for a little bit. it is kind of good to be back to being who we are.
Be back to the craziness.
Yeah, just like back to who we are. Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to a very special edition of PHLY Flyers. My name's Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games. We are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Bernie Parent. That's right, Flyers legendary goaltender, back-to-back Vezina Trophy winner, back-to-back Conn Smythe winner, en route to back-to-back Stanley Cups in 74-75. It is the 40th anniversary of Bernie Parent entering the Hockey Hall of Fame. And today, the legend, the member of the Flyers Mount Rushmore, the greatest goalie in franchise history, joins us for an interview commemorating his introduction into the Hall of Fame. If you're wondering, oh, okay, well, where is he? You're introing him. Well, one of us is 36 years old, and one of us is 80. You'll never guess which one of us had technical issues. It was me. So you missed the first question of this interview. Just asked him if it feels like it's been 40 years. There's still 12 minutes of this thing for you to enjoy. So I hope you do, and don't hold it against me that I'm an imbecile. Here is my interview with the one and only legendary Bernie Parent. Initially drafted by the Flyers in the expansion draft from Boston. You end up being traded to Toronto. Next thing you know, you're in the WHA. What made you want to come back to the Flyers?
The National Hockey League, for example, you're always performing in front of 16, 18, 20,000 people in a sense. And the World Hockey League, which was very beneficial to a lot of guys, and a lot of players. You played most of the games around 500 to 1,000 people. And I miss the National Hockey League. I really did. And then when I came back, you had to go back. No, you have to. Well, yeah, have to go back to your original team, which they at the time was I believe it was Toronto at the time. I was playing for Toronto. But I want to say one thing about my 2 years in Toronto, which changed my whole career. As a matter of fact, I ended up, when I left Philly, and was driving to Toronto, I had tears in my eyes. It was difficult to deal with that situation. Then when I got to Toronto, I realized I was going to split duties with my idol when I was in Montreal, Jacques Plante, right? And Plante was in my Plante was the best goalie ever played, And so I asked him one day, I said, would you mind to help me? And I watched you play for a lot of years, and if you could share a few things with me, I would really appreciate this. And I did. I spent 2 years in Toronto, and I learned so much from him. It's incredible. Then I went to the World Hockey League, right? And then that's when I when I came back just for 3/4 of the season. And that's when I came back ended up with I got traded to the Flyers. And when I got traded, it was just at the right time. The team was ready to perform, and we won the 2 Stanley Cups. That was awesome.
And that's really when you become Bernie Parent, Flyers legend, hockey legend, Hall of Famer. You last played for the Flyers organization in February of '79, but it feels like you've never not been a Philadelphia Flyer. My whole life, if you were to say Bernie Parent, I would say Philadelphia Flyer. Which title do you identify with more? Hall of Famer or Flyer?
I have to say I'm very grateful that I played National Hockey League, and even more grateful how my career has developed, And I want to share this with people briefly, that, you know what, sometimes it's scary, but it's great to say yes to life. Okay, I could have stayed with one of those things I mentioned, Hockey League or Toronto, and but I chose to experiment, to go further, and that's how I ended up with the Flyers again. And little did I know that the team was I love the National Hockey League, and the team was ready to perform. Great players, great coach, great GM, and the crowd was just incredible. And that's what helps you to play better all the time.
How have you seen the Flyers change over the years? You have the privilege of being taken in the expansion draft, so you see them right at the beginning, and you've been identified as a Flyer ever since. How have they changed over the years?
Well, yeah, things have changed, a little bit, and they had their good. They came close to win the Stanley Cup too a few times, with when Hextall was in goal. Great goalie, and it's just what I'm trying to share with people is you got to think about what you want to do, and then you have to say yes to life. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Say yes. And when you say yes, with a good, positive attitude, beautiful things happen. And that's what happened with the Flyers.
I never got to meet Ed Snider. I'm sure that you got to have, a long relationship with him. Can you sum up the man who brought the Flyers to Philly for us in some way? Like what really describes Ed Snider?
Yeah, Ed Snider was a great individual. And then his mind was focused on the future, doing different things. And when think about this, it's funny too that when he got involved with the Flyers, Ed Snider didn't have the money to move on by himself. So he ended up with 4 or 5 investors, and told them that with time he would give the money back and some, and even more. And that's how we ended up, at beginning of his career as an owner of the team. But he was a smart individual. Ended up with Keith Allen, as a great manager.
Welcome back. Here we are for the start of the third period. Flyers trailing the Canucks 2-1 in game 1 of the new era, the Michkov era. The Canucks get right onto offense to start, but here come the Flyers. Counter rush. Michkov finds Konecny, but they're a mile offside. And here we go, Hanks. Shots are 17-16. Flyers down a goal. It seems more lopsided than that thus far.
I'm feeling good about it. I feel like they're going to do some things this period, namely goals.
I was just thinking,
Oh.
All right, Sanheim with a little chance there. I was just thinking, win a period, get a point, see what happens in overtime. And then I was like,
I will.
It's 12:07.
Throw you off of the roof if you somehow manifest overtime in this game. Respectfully.
My answer to that is always the same. If I had the ability to change the outcome of games, it would not be 50 years without a cup. Unless I'm only able to do it negatively.
You've not yet learned how to harness your power.
I guess
That's the problem.
that could be the case. Looked like Luchanko got kicked out of the circle there. All right, they cut it off. Is Luchanko with
Let me see.
Forster and Tippett now?
Pull up the shift charts on Micah's website.
Uh-oh. Good recovery by Johnson there. Still got the shot away, but that could have been a breakaway. I think we're a little bit better caught up than we were in the second period. And now Forster looking for another one. Puts it right in Lankinen's gut. Forgot the name of the goalie there for a second. Yeah. Kevin. What's Charlie tweeting about these days?
I just think it's funny because he's got such a Finnish last name and his name's Kevin.
Yeah, Charlie's tweeting, looks like your new lines are Michkov, Frost, Konecny, Tippett, Luchanko, Forster, Farabee, Couturier, Brink, which means fourth line stays the same. But I wondered how long it would take Torts to switch up the lines. It looks like he has here to start
That's good.
the third period. Looking for a little more offense from Michkov and Konecny, putting him with Frost.
I mean, honestly, that's what the early part of the season is going to be.
Figuring out where these guys fit.
Figuring it out, yeah.
All right. Just get one through here.
Seriously.
That's when you've gotten the puck down low, you've had some chances, just haven't done it enough.
I mean,
did you not?
What?
You do want to try to get one through it, but
I know,
that's not the spot.
Jesus Christ.
A little susceptible to cross-ice passes so far.
Good point. All right.
Two and a half minutes in here. Shots tied at 17.
They seem to have come out with a little bit more
They're
jump.
definitely making a more concerted effort to get on offense.
I would have called that a cross check if I were an official, but I'm not.
Just
also I'm biased.
Seem to get the puck into the dangerous areas right now.
Got to get the pucks deep.
Yes! That was in.
No, that was in.
No. What?
That was in.
That I would really like to see that again. That very much looked like a goal.
That looked in and out.
We are. Yeah, they're calling it a goal.
Yes.
I'm 10 feet from the monitor, and that really looked like a goal. Flyers tie it up here about 3 minutes in to the third period. Here we go now.
Did we get
Cam York gets on the board.
Do we have hockey VAR now? Did somebody, like some god from above, call down and be like, "That's a goal"?
I guess so. I don't know.
Hockey does need an official in the sky, like soccer has.
I didn't see it at all that time.
Yeah, it was in.
Oh yeah, that hit that was
the middle. Yeah,
that wasn't even close to not a goal.
It was in, all the way.
Yeah, that was very much a goal for the fourth line here. York from looks like Paling.
You love to see it.
Yeah, the way Lawton celebrated, like he clearly knew it was in. All right, new game here.
That's right.
And we're tied up, Hanks.
Listen, watch yourself. we can't go to overtime, William. We can't.
We're only 2:48 into the period. Yeah, 2:48 they score. So Flyers tie it up early.
Momentum swing, baby.
Big third period here. Let's make this one not close. Flyers right back on offense. Wrap around. Okay.
Let's
here we go,
boys.
It is interesting to see whenever Michkov is there, guys take a shot at him.
They know. Everybody knows.
That was all right, Frost. I'm going to see some more of that speed. And so that's a little Danny Briere-ish there trying to wrap that around. That's what I've wanted to see out of him. Play with pace, as John Tortorella would say. She's got to win an ozone draw at some point.
I know. What's with the face-offs? Got to bring back Claude Giroux at the deadline just for face-offs.
Ottawa's going all the way.
No?
Ottawa's going all the way. See, Olmark, their problems are solved.
Sure. I hope that's true for them.
If Ottawa were to sell at this point, they should just move the team.
I mean, they should move the team anyway, but...
Come on.
It would be extremely of Claude Giroux's career for him to go home to play for Ottawa, and then they move the team to like Houston or something.
That would be very funny.
Good
Ooh,
Lord.
I think that hit the post. He might have got a foot on it. Ooh.
All right.
Skate up high or stick up high on Ayerson, I think.
Getting a little spicy there.
How do you feel about these Vancouver jerseys?
I like them.
I think they're like, I love the colors. They're a little whalers, but everyone loves that. Why wouldn't you rip it off if you couldn't?
That's a good. It is a good color scheme.
Yeah,
I like the color scheme.
It feels like this is if Vancouver. Oh, he did get a skate on that. I thought it hit the post. It feels like if Vancouver didn't grab these colors a few years ago, this is what Seattle would be wearing. It just seems Pacific Northwest.
It is extremely Pacific Northwest.
There you go.
All right, so what they need to not do is settle back in to what they looked like in the second period.
Vancouver pushing back now after a strong start for the Flyers.
We need to not let them take control of this game again.
Oh, that was a very tough save. He couldn't squeeze it, but glad to see he stopped it. Okay. Handcuffed him a little. In the skates. The passing is just off tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Bobby Brink not having a great game.
No. It's a little too much skating, not enough skill work in the preseason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's always going to be the hallmark of a Tortorella team. Like, the tough stuff is going to take a while to come around. But this is a team that got off to a hell of a start last year, so after about the first 2 weeks. All right, get in there. Really liking what I'm seeing out of Forster so far.
He's having a pretty nice game.
All right. Just keep it to the outside.
I can't tell if the Flyers are playing like they have a lead, like if they're sitting back or if they're just getting completely dominated by Vancouver's pressure.
The shots are only 20-19 somehow.
It feels so much different.
Maybe 21-19 now, but like it doesn't seem like they've had any real established zone time.
No.
They've had some chances, they've had a few good shifts, but it doesn't seem like they've put anything together 2-3 shifts in a row.
Yeah, no.
Eric Johnson might have just got hit up high by that puck. Jesus. He's all right. He's a hockey player. Oof. Yeah, they're buzzing now.
Yeah.
It's like there's 6 of them out there. Well, they're behind.
Oh.
The fourth line.
Why are they always the best?
They were out there for the last goal, and
they're making stuff happen again.
Get a chance again now.
Upside. Sam Erson's not getting a chance to ease into the season.
No, Sam Erson is
He's getting that
tested
work in.
Early and often in this one. Has stopped 19 of 21 so far.
Looked pretty good.
Got to shelf that, Lawton. finally won a face-off. Didn't result in much. And Vancouver's right back. Okay, Flyers coming back.
All right.
Risto leading the rush.
Just what you want to see.
A little bit more of the Buffalo Risto. I wouldn't mind a little bit of the offense.
A little bit would be nice.
Just some of the offense.
I don't know if you can ask him to do too many things at once.
It seems like it's one or the other with him.
He's only got so much space.
Or neither, like his first 2 years here. Yeah. Oh, they try another short side angle shot.
I like it, but also, like, delay a game.
Did he bat that into the...
But what for?
What the hell happened?
What happened?
That did not look... Okay. Delay a game. Flyers going to a power play here. Let's see if they can build on their
Someone
1 for 2 thus far.
Tell me why that was a delay of game. What happened?
How's the chat going? Do we have any super chats or anything recently? I haven't looked in a minute.
I don't know.
Does not look like it. No, we have one from a little bit ago. Nabil says, donating to scrub the internet of Bill saying we want the Mets while calling them perennial losers in the most Maple Leafs fashion.
Oh.
Listen, I still stand by it. It ain't my fault the team didn't show up. I always want to beat our rivals. Like, that's what I want. Especially the Mets. Come on. They've been a joke forever.
Charlie
one year in Queens, the Coke was just so good in 1986 they couldn't be defeated. Dodgers will take care of them, I think.
Do we like the Dodgers?
I do now.
Are we indifferent toward the Dodgers?
I'm trying.
Scott Hartnell's hair is too normal, and I don't like it. I need him to get a little weird.
We were begging him to have normal hair last year, and now you want the.
I supported his weird hair.
What would you call it? A fro hawk he had last year?
I'm not going to say it was good, but it suited him quite nicely.
I see that. Sometimes people's hair just suits
He needs
them.
to have weird hair.
Does Al Morganti age?
No, he's been that age for my entire life.
Yeah.
Yes. No, he's looked exactly like that.
That's what he looked like when he was hanging out with Pelly Lindbergh.
Yeah. He's been that age forever.
The first wing bowl, that's what Al Morganti looked like.
So Susie knocked it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Susie just off the post and batted it. That's tough, but no, never.
Mm-mm. Oh, Lord.
They almost won that face-off. Good second effort by Vancouver. Flyers already have to regroup. Come on. Let's get this power play going. Win it in regulation, boys. It's all we can ask for. That was out. Yeah. Well,
so, you know how we've been saying that this game looks more lopsided than the shots would let on?
Yeah.
So I just learned from Thomas Williams. Canucks have 71% of expected goals at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So it feels like that.
One of the two Flyers goals is a power play goal. Feels like a lot more shot attempts than the 21 they've actually got on net for Vancouver.
Yeah.
And that's to be expected. Flyers block a ton of shots, but 71% is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
it's too much.
Not a strong first game here, but hey, they still have a chance to win it. 55 seconds left on this power play. They are set up, Kelly. Look at it. They're set up.
Get in there.
He was looking for that Wayne Simmons turnaround move there, Farabee was. The second unit has been better than the first. Now, another missed opportunity on the back door for Farabee, I think that was. Maybe not. Take it. Another great save there.
Come on.
Goal to go situation for the Flyers. They have had a few of those in tight chances, but Lankinen's been good.
Looking for
Flyers now winning the shot at the shot on goal battle 23-21. I assume at even strength, it's quite a bit different, however. There's a little interference there, but...
Need to get a Joel there.
1 for 3 on the power play tonight. It started so promising.
It really did. We should have known better.
Overall, the...
To be fair, 33%. Huge improvement.
That's like Edmonton.
Yeah, that's real good.
Flyers, cross-check they're going for, I think. Yep. Who was it, York? Yeah, it was York. So Flyers now, after failing to convert on their own power play... it was just jumped a little. Brink has really picked it up here. He's been very good in the power play tonight. It's a cross check, but
also
that's pretty standard play. But keep your stick down, York. Tie game in the third period. Can't be that sloppy.
You really shouldn't be.
All right, good early clear here.
Let's see. I'm ready for a shorty. Let's go.
It is where they derived quite a bit of their offense last year. I think it was 16 shorthanded goals last season. The most in the league by quite a few. He was almost off. I think that was Lawton.
Close. I'm not sure Lawton is the guy I want, but, I'll take whoever.
He leads the league in shorthanded points over the last, 2 or 3 years. A lot of them assists to Konecny.
Oh, my God.
We almost willed that into existence. Now they can't find it. Oh, that would have been nice right there. A minute left on the Vancouver power play. They're regrouping at center. They're in. All right, another good clear. Looked like Forster there, getting his turn out on the PK.
Nice to know the penalty kill is still pretty good.
Looks like it.
That doesn't seem to have dropped off.
It's the strength of the team. When we were talking last year about what makes them a playoff team, and it didn't happen, but we thought it was going to. It was, what do they do at an elite level? And it wasn't score 5-on-5. Clearly wasn't their power play. Their defense was better than expected. I don't think anyone would call it elite. But their PK was legitimately elite last year. Very good. Especially for the first 2/3 of the season.
Very good.
All right, looks like that'll do it. They kill off another Vancouver power play.
Nicely done.
3, 2, 1. All right. 9:30 left here in the third. Tie score 2-2. Flyers leading in the shot battle, which seems insane, 24-21. And it seems like a good time to remind you. This watch along, as was our pregame today, brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Yay. Choose chill. Choose an ice cold Coors Light when those mountains turn blue. As the Flyers pressuring now.
Come on.
Mitch!
Oh my God!
It's there.
Kevin!
It's not. It's behind the net now.
Get it!
Oh,
God.
So many opportunities there, but they ice the puck. They will get another chance with an offensive zone face-off. 8:48 left in the third.
Oh, my Lord.
It is shocking they were not able.
Dang. So close to his first goal.
Whew.
Oh,
the fact
right
that squirted out behind the net and not into it behind him is insane. Little handoff there from Drysdale. Luchanko
Jett
and Michkov both had a great opportunity and just could not quite get there.
Oh, God, it was so close.
How doesn't that... That's insane.
Jesus.
I think Tippett gets called for pushing the goalie in if that does go in, so... Maybe they got a little bit of a break. A disallowed goal would be a huge bummer.
Yeah.
And they turned up the heat a little bit here, though.
Finally getting some actual pressure,
Yeah,
which is nice.
Seem to have taken a little bit of the momentum here in the third, and it's about time. This was not the most eventful game for a lot of it.
Come on.
Another good centering chance. It feels like they're about to get one.
It really does. So
as Vancouver comes back on. A little counter here. Wow. Risto just made so much happen there.
Let's go.
Bodied through some little bit of a legal pick.
Risto.
And then got taken down as he's trying to defend the puck carrier.
Drawing
That's
a
good
penalty.
stuff.
You like to
That's
see
really
it.
good stuff by Risto.
That was very good.
And I'm feeling this power play coming up, Hanks. Here we go. Is this it for Mish?
Let's go.
First career point, first career goal. You feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
Okay.
Seems like he's feeling it. Last couple of shifts,
He's picked it up a little here. Switching up the line seems to have benefited the offense a little bit.
I'm not surprised.
What's Charlie tweeting about these days?
I wasn't a big fan of Mich with Couturier.
You know, I wondered, so much of the offensive burden, like, yeah, Konecny, but he kind of does one thing real well.
Right.
He's a great rush player. A lot of the offensive burden was kind of going to be put on a 19-year-old. And while we expect him to carry the offense for years to come, game one, season one, perhaps not.
No.
In the first two periods.
Let's give him the best opportunity to succeed here.
If he has someone to play give and go with, like Morgan Frost or Jett Luchanko there, maybe that's a better combination.
Exactly.
You know, we talked about this in the pregame. He and Jett did have some pretty damn good chemistry for never having played together before in the rookie game.
They sure did.
I get maybe you don't want to put them together because if Jett's not going to stay, then you have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gets the most out of both of them, I don't know. Put a veteran winger out there with them?
I don't think it's something that Torts would shy away from.
Like if you
thought it was going to work.
Maybe not Forster. Forster for the defense. But if you had Jett and Tippett with Michkov, I mean, that's so much speed and then a dynamic playmaker.
Disgusting.
It would be something. That was a great play by Risto. Right before that, he bodied through a pick to get to that guy.
It was good.
Ah, Luch, come on. All right, good battle, good battle. Are they starting with the second unit or have they switched up now? It looks like they're starting with the second unit for this one. They've been better. They've definitely been better to this point. They've had the majority of the chances on the power plays. Bobby Brink's been a big part of it. Oh, they gotta stop. They're just right there with so much stuff and they're just off tonight.
Yeah.
All right, they got the zone. Just again, just inches. All right, we got minute 8 left on the power play. Flyers regrouping, looking for a change. Zamula fighting off some contact here.
I gotta say, the
they
Flyers
got Mich out there. Here we go.
love spending 45 seconds behind their own net on the power play.
It seems as if they're big fans of it. Mich gets it in on net. Easy cover there for Lankinen. But they will have the ozone face-off.
Can they win it?
You know,
Could we win a face-off?
There's just someone there. Oh, Luch got laid out by Susie. Get that head up, kid. Don't watch your pass.
Lord.
And welcome to the NHL 1-7. Oof. He looks like a dude who just took a hit. Yeah, that's what it feels like, huh? It blows my mind they don't wear mouth. Like some guys do. But for the most part, no mouthpieces.
They're not very bright.
That's fair. All right, they finally win a face-off clean. And Mich has it on the half wall.
Come on.
Now he's going to his office. Here we go.
Get in there.
Oh, he wanted it. Little turnaround play there from behind the net.
Who does this goalie think he
Lankinen is there. Lankinen. We were talking about Ersson winning the Vezina earlier, but
this stupid jerk. Oh, through the legs. Oh
yeah,
my God.
that would have been a pretty sweet first goal.
Oh my God, he's so
Lankinen
stupid.
just stood up and had it there. Oh, he did close the 5-hole. That was good.
He is heating up. It feels like it's coming.
He's right there. He feels like he is right there.
Win the faceoff. Thank you.
And Flyers are going to the box. Well, that was fun while it lasted.
I mean,
that was rough. That was a rough one.
Morgan Frost. This is why
Come
you
on,
get
Frosty.
benched.
What did he do on the face-off? He's just trying to create a little room, and you can't make it that obvious.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, that's not a penalty.
No.
You're allowed to interfere on the face-off.
Yeah.
Stick on stick.
That's what it's for.
He didn't trip him, but he did. Frosty been melting. I just saw a comment. Frost just bought 3 games in the press box.
Yeah.
I know we're joking, but with with Noah Cates sitting there, now you do want a little more offense.
Is he a center? Really?
No. They don't have. That's why Jett Luchanko is here, because they don't have 3, let alone 4.
Right. That's what I mean. like Frost should be safe simply because we don't have any bodies to
One
put
would
where he
think.
goes, but who can say?
That is such a momentum killer.
Yeah, it really sucks.
And it's not even like it's right away. It's at the tail end, so they're going to get a decent amount of power play time.
Yep.
9 seconds left to 4-on-4. Damn it. Yes, Mr. Twitzer, back in my day.
We got time.
I don't know why I never thought to have the chat open before. We've only been doing this 13 months.
Well, usually it's right there.
I can't see that, though.
I know. The other room, it's impossible. TV too small.
Bryn does a good job of expanding when I need to read.
Yes. That's why she's the best in the business.
And now the power play. They got 1:30 of power play time.
I hate
They are
this
0
angle.
for 4 so far. It's making a nice round 0 for 5. Good clear.
There you go.
Oh, slowed up. Right back in. So it's crazy how easy it is, even against a really good penalty kill. It seems so easy for other teams to gain the zone.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
One pass and they're set up. The Flyers, this takes 30, 45 seconds.
Like, what I'm wondering is, are they coached not to set up like a normal power play? Because they
can't
never
be,
do it.
right? Like, they can't possibly. I mean, at 12.2%, it's hard to discount anything. But
it seems strange they never get set up.
There's.
I don't get it.
Oh. Anyone else and they're gone, but I'm glad Coots staying in the PK rotation for now. I was thinking on that last, I know Charlie did the math, and it was very simple math. There's 8 forwards on the power play between the 2 units.
Yeah.
It's 8 of the top 9. Coots is the only guy excluded. It's funny. But I just want him out there for faceoffs.
I mean,
like, he is a consistent faceoff guy, or at least has been throughout his career.
It would appear that no one else is.
And it's not as if Frost or Luchanko are exactly the best faceoff dudes, at least yet for Luchanko.
Can we work on that in practice, maybe?
I heard recently, and by recently I mean a few years ago, that sometimes Bobby Clark would show up and show them how to take faceoffs. And that's why everyone was good for so long.
Bob, you in Florida? You shouldn't be in Florida.
Ersson has absolutely been great. Who just I'd lost the comment. There it is. In Ersson we trust. Corey Dixon. There's a funny one in here, but I can't find it now. But yes, Ersson has been really good. Thank God. Because as Kelly said earlier, was it 73 or 77% of the expected goals so far?
Yeah, it would be like 5 too.
And that's a 5-on-5. Not even that. They're now 0 for 5. Vancouver is on the power play. So at least we still have that.
I don't know. I wanted them to look better visually.
There it is. JH. Holy balls. Ayrson has been great. I agree. Still almost 200 watching now. Absolutely insane as it is almost 12:40 a.m. here on the East Coast. Thank you all very much for joining the PHLY Flyers Watch Along, presented by our friends at Coors Light. And this isn't it, man. This isn't it. We're going to be here again. Well, in the other studio because we got to go back and forth. But we'll be here for postgame as well. 4:14 left in regulation, Hanks.
I can't believe you did this to me.
I didn't do it.
You did.
Matvei Michkov did it.
I blame you exclusively.
Matvei Michkov needs to score on one of these opportunities so I can cash my bets and we can get out of here 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
It's not as if it's like a playoff game and this could go never ending technically.
5 minutes.
It could only be 5 minutes and then a shootout.
So many minutes.
Wouldn't an OT winner for Misha's first be great though? Just like his Boston goal?
It would.
Their Flyers back on offense, and they miss another pass. It goes all the way down. The passing tonight
is not good.
Like I'm watching Vancouver, and there's short area passes, but like 2-3 in a row. If the Flyers could connect on 1 or 2, they would have 4 goals tonight. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, TK resets, brings it around.
Morgan Frost.
I like that he tries.
I know, but
he just
you got to do it.
Yeah. It would be so nice if we had 2 guys who were definitely better than Morgan Frost.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Like if we had 2 centers, if we had 2 centers who had as much or more skill than Morgan Frost, we'd really be cooking. Unfortunately, we might not have
However,
any. He might be he is the most skilled center on the team.
Yes, he is.
Sadly enough.
As far as, just pure skill wise, yes.
Puck skill, puck carrying. It's him. But only out the center. They're going to get caught in a change. Oh, thank God they were offside. Flyers almost got caught there.
Come on.
Drysdale up to tip it. Tip it back to TK. TK across. Whiffs on the shot. They get it back. And he turns it down low to nobody. This is getting very... Is that out? I think this is offside. Yeah, they got to retouch. This is...
You can't whiff on a shot. You're wide open. You can't whiff on a shot. I don't think that's asking a lot.
You just got to get it to the net. Like...
Another turnover. Like, the play in the neutral zone is sloppy as hell.
They're tightening up defensively, but they just can't seem to make anything happen with the puck. There we go.
Come on.
Win a race.
Come on.
Oh, ripped wide. Looked like there's a little net there. He might have got a piece of that. Come on. Put a good hit on him. There you go, Coots.
I mean, I need the Flyers not to be the overtime team again.
They had 11 overtime games last year, and I could not believe that was the number.
It felt like more.
It felt like 20.
At least.
Like when teams like, I think it was 19 overtime losses for the Islanders, 16 for both. Like, that's just the losses. It seems like they've been a lot. That was a great block by Mish. Looked like he got deked out and recovered. Is that Drysdale who got to that? Okay. Some of the speed's starting to show itself right now. 55 seconds remaining in regulation, which means it's probably over.
Probably.
But I'm not going to look. Flyers 18 blocked shots tonight to Vancouver's 11. Flyers breaking in here, but broken up again. Risto gets it deep. 40 seconds left here in regulation. Just don't give one up late now. That would be. Oh, no. Oh, that would have been a one-way ticket to the press box. That was rough. 20 seconds, no icing. Flyers have 14, 16, 15 seconds to get it going the other way. They're just so close to making plays tonight, but... Oh, where the hell? Okay. 3, 2, 1... And we have overtime in the first game of the season. That's right, Hanks.
The Flyers, why are you like this?
At 12:44 a.m., we are going to overtime.
Why?
5 minutes of 3-on-3.
Dear God.
Followed by perhaps a shootout. And at this rate, why the hell not?
What? Why?
Why wouldn't this... As soon as you said you would do this show, Hinkle, you guaranteed overtime. I truly believe that. And this show, of course, brought to you by our friends at Coors Light.
Thanks, Coors Light.
Choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Chill for the 3-on-3. Now, there will be no chill in this 3-on-3.
Zero chill. If he starts this 3-on-3 with like...
Paling and Lawton.
Risto. Yeah, like that is like... The
he'll go
3.
Offense heavy with Zamula.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he's one of our power play quarterbacks.
He's gonna.
I mean, it has to be Sanheim or York. Sanheim has been somewhat invisible tonight.
York's
not that I can really hear the commentary. I just feel like I haven't noticed Sanheim except for that being in the middle of that sandwich hit he took earlier. All right, who does it? Hashtag PHLY OT challenge. Meech. It's got to be Meech. Jet speed could be a factor here in the OT. It doesn't look like Meech is starting the overtime.
Oh, shocking. Truly.
That was a great play on that Forster goal. Imagine being, I guess it's normal time there, but first 2 games for Vancouver going to overtime. They have,
knock it off.
Well, we've secured a point. That's always good in the old playoff race.
We love a loser
Secure a point on the road. It's the old way. You know, back in my day, as someone said in the chat earlier.
Bring back ties if we're going to do old people complaints. Konecny Co, Sanheim.
All right.
I guess it could be worse.
There was a time where this was one hell. There was like a season where Coots and TK won like 3 overtime games, and they were very good. It was 5 or 6 years ago.
God, come
on,
dude.
And they lose the face-off. All right. Well, this is why Coots is out there, other than to win a face-off.
Yeah.
They just have so much skill. I get wanting to go with the vets here, but
no, it's stupid.
I would like to match fire with fire.
You put your spiciest 3 players out. That's the move. Come on, boys.
Yeah, they don't have anything. They got to get a change. TK's like, fuck it. Okay, that was a mistake. Thanks for that, TK. Just surrendered possession. I guess if you think you have a chance, you have to go for it. But it was 1-on-3. All right, need a turnover here. They're breaking back in. No, they hold up.
Who's he got out there now? Meech.
That looks like Michkov there.
Yeah. Go. Go. Come on.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Frost, Drysdale, and Meech
I
out
like
there.
that.
That's
That's
fun.
spicy.
All right. Reset. Those two are off now. Here comes Tippett.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, damn. That was a
nice
rocket.
Moment for Owen Tippett to show up.
That was a rocket. That was out.
Didn't go out all the way. I don't know why I'm acting
They
like
might
I'm so
call
sure
that
about
intentional. Dry was out there a long time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll take that over what would have been a real bad turnover. What happened here on this? Yeah, that was... Ooh. Lankinen did get that. That was... Come on, boys. Is this all the way in the defensive zone now? Could use a little... Oh, okay. Not intentional. Just right there. Luch, Konecny.
Good time to win a face-off, kid.
Would be. Sure would be.
And you do that instead.
3 minutes here left in the OT. Luch, Konecny, and I have not seen the defenseman yet. New York is the defenseman.
Come on. Go! Oh.
Got a Richards that layout.
Fucking Kevin.
Kevin Lankinen is now my enemy for a plethora of reasons.
He's only Kevin.
Oh,
come
that
on.
was the
You got to get that.
exact type of play that results in a turnover the other way, but just a little too jumbled up there. What was the word you used earlier?
Bajiggity.
Bajiggity.
Yes. It's a good word for a lot of things.
Blinson with the super chat. According to JJ, you would need to go back to the 14-15 season to find the last time the Flyers did not get a point in the season opener.
Is that right?
Interesting.
We love a fact in the chat.
We had the very first 3-on-3, didn't we? That Tampa game season opener.
Remember?
Sounds familiar.
Remember for
and
like
it was madness.
2 weeks, 3-on-3 was fun as hell.
I feel like it lasted a little while.
And they shut it down.
It's still pretty good.
It could be better.
It's definitely lost something, but of course it has. This is why I would outlaw coaches on the bench.
They're bad.
They don't need to be out there. These guys know when they're tired.
Tippett, please. All right.
All right, Tip.
All right.
Is Tippett the center we need?
Who could have predicted?
Do they have two wingers out there? Is it Tippett and Forster with Sanheim?
Looks like it.
That's interesting. Sandy! Oh! Backhand attempt. He had it, but Lankinen has been awesome on the doorstep tonight. Every time they've been in 1-on-0 with him,
obnoxious.
he has made a save. Now Vancouver coming back the other way. They find the trailer. A minute 30 left here in the 3-on-3 before the shootout. Shots are 32-25 in favor of the Flyers somehow, some way. They're getting a little... Got it down low. Big block out front.
Boy.
Broke up the centering pass. I think that was Sanheim. Minute left in OT.
Got to get possession,
Poke
boys.
check.
Nicely done.
All right, it comes out to center. Both teams are going to try to change here. At least one guy changed for the Flyers. They find the trailer again. Blocked up high.
Come on. You got to get possession.
Find this puck.
Get the puck.
Find it.
Come on.
They're able to reset. 35 seconds. That's a weird spot to take a shot from, but they find the rebound, so it doesn't matter. 25 left in OT. They bring it back out to center.
The Flyers are not going to have this puck again.
It doesn't feel like the Flyers are going to win this in OT. If they're going to win this, it's going to have to be in a shootout. They just need to tighten up for these last 13 seconds. Would have been a nice time for an interception. Ersson with one last save. 5-4. Puck's behind the net. 3, 2, 1. Shootout! Of course. Kelly, I sincerely apologize for asking you to do this. You are a great friend and an even better colleague.
I can't say no to you. It's a sickness.
I don't know why. All right, so here we are.
Here we go, friends. The
so
shootout.
Who are the three? Frost, Brink, Mish.
I swear to God, if it's not Michkov, I'm going to lose my mind. It should be, I'm going Tippett, Michkov, Frost. Or maybe you give it to Forster. See what he can do.
I would go Frost, Brink, Mish.
If I see Sean Couturier, I'm throwing this laptop out the window and I'm going home.
Coots has had some success.
William.
I don't want to see it. They're showing Ersson highlights now. He was excellent in shootouts last year.
Real good in the shootout.
Like the guys that scored on him were like the best dudes in the league, and that was pretty much it. 15 of 19 in the shootout last year, which is
for the Flyers
probably the most shootout saves the Flyers goalie's ever made. Just gonna guess.
Yes.
No stats to back that up. So let's see what they do here. This is an insanely skilled Vancouver team.
Yeah, Ersson's gonna have to be on it.
So this is going to be a superhuman effort. And hopefully the Flyers figure out how to solve. Would you try to pepper him with shots rather than deke here? After he's made so many saves in tight?
I think you got to trick him. Did you see that one where the guy faked the shot and let the goalie go down?
That was pretty sick.
Someone's got to do that.
The stuff people can do now is wild.
I know.
All time 60 and 100. I can't believe they've won 60.
That seems fake. I don't think I've seen 60 shootout wins.
There's no way.
No way.
I've seen them all. 160 shootouts.
God, that's too many.
It's been a thing for...
Canucks are shooting first. Okay.
JT Miller up first. I'm trying not to look at the chat just in case anyone's ahead of us.
I don't want to get spoiled.
Miller comes into the left, taking his time all the way outside. Brings it back to the center.
Yay!
Gloved.
Don't bring that weak
there you
stuff
go.
to Sam Ersson's house.
He tried to take him to the far side, and Ersson was there the whole way. I do not think that's how... I don't think waiting out Ersson is the way to do it.
No.
I would try to beat him up high.
I feel like he's one of those...
It's Coots!
Oh, come on, John! What the hell?
He has done okay sometimes. It is Coots.
We finally have skilled players.
This is... he's going to score here, but I'm going to say it's a mistake. Come on, Coots. Bury this. Make me feel like an ass.
Yeah, make me feel stupid. I mean...
Tried to tuck it back in. No such luck there for the captain.
I can't.
0-0 through the first round. I like what he tried here. He went with the little Mike Richards.
Trying to do...
Yeah.
Come on.
Would you call that the Forsberg?
It was. I was going to say it was a little trying to go Forsberg. But I
5-hole was there. He tried to go all the way around him, though. All right. Who's this? Pedersen?
If Michkov isn't the next shooter, I'm going to lose my mind.
Another stop. Might have gone up high. I think he got a piece of it. But Ersson, 2 for 2 so far. Vancouver, scoreless. Oh, yeah, he was there. He did.
Oh, thank God. Mish. Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Michkov,
it's all you, baby.
First career shootout, did not score in the rookie game shootout. So here we go. His first official attempt as a Philadelphia Flyer comes in. No. Looked like he might have been trying to fake him with the shot, with the let it go, and just kind of lost control at the last second. Lankinen read it. What happened here? Yeah, started slow, picked it up. Yeah, tried to go backhand 5-hole, and it closed up. Fell on his ass, did Lankinen, but made the save. All right, Vancouver's third shooter. It's DeBrusk coming in to the left side again. More speed.
That was fast.
And he nets it. Flyers need this one to keep the game going.
Oh, boy.
Who's it going to be? Yeah, that's exactly. Like, up high is where I try to beat him.
I kind of feel like going fast like that is the way. Like that slow stuff that these guys try. I don't know if that's it.
All right, it's TK.
TK, let's go.
All right, Teeks, here you go. To keep the game alive for the Flyers.
8 million reasons
Teek comes
to
in
score
left,
this goal.
beats him.
Yes!
Oh, he gets it. The game is extended once again.
Let's go.
Nice speed, came in, beat him far side. Under the glove arm, it looked like.
Nice. Who do you go next? Tippett.
You got to go like Brink or Frost next.
I mean, it ought to be.
Ersson with that far pad
let's go,
save.
Boys. Now is it. Let's go.
Looked like Ersson got beat on the deke, but gets his left leg out there. Oh, no, he just lost control.
Whiffed on it. Good.
Yeah,
that works for me.
Dope. Sucks to be you. All right.
Forster. All right, I'll take it. All right.
Forster with the Flyers' first goal of the season. Knotted the game at 1 in the first period. Here he comes in. Tries a shot. Lankinen can't find it, but he did stop it. Yeah. He had the opening. He found a little space, but closed it up. All right, now Brock Besser. They just keep throwing really good players.
They got a lot of dudes.
They got a lot of dudes. It dawns on me why Vancouver was in the president's race last year. A lot of dudes. Save Ersson.
All right, Sam.
Of course, this is going to be a 20-round. It is now 1 a.m. here on the East Coast.
Stop saying jinx things.
Jinx things. The Flyers' next shooter is going to fall down and hurt himself.
Oh,
there.
Jesus. All right,
it's
here's
Morgan
Frosty.
Frost.
Let's go, Frost.
All right, Frosty, this can win it for the Flyers.
Redeem yourself.
Frosty comes in to the left, very deliberate, all the way outside. Slow. Finds the net and wins it.
Yes!
Frost waits out Lankinen for the win, and that will do it. The Flyers win the shootout. They win 3-2. Goals by Konecny. Goal by Frost to win it. 1-0, baby. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Oh, my goodness. That was quite a win there. Sam Ersson stands tall, only allows the 1 on 5 attempts in the shootout. Great game for Ersson. Frost seals it after TK extends it. Some real Kuznetsov-like patience there for 48. And hell of a start to the season, Hinks.
I'll take it.
And now that'll do it for the watch along. Thanks to our friends at Coors Light. This has been the PHLY Flyers watch along presented by Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/PHLY hockey to get Coors Light delivered or find a store near you. We will be back very shortly with postgame. That's right, we're not done. When I tweeted that Water Boy all night long gif earlier, I was not joking. Make sure you're stay tuned right here to our YouTube. I'll tweet out the link to the actual postgame in just a minute. Until then, I'm Bill. That's Kelly. See you real soon, fam.
We all silly like the mayor.